Good morning. It's 8:36 a.m. We are about to get Kickstart started on this beautiful Monday morning. I'm very excited about everything that we have going on today. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good day.
I'm super excited about what's happening today. We have a packed show. If you are tuning in for the first time, maybe you never listened to KHEA radio before, today's a good day to do so. We're going to be talking about Boy Scouts and lemonade stands. We're going to talk about the Houston Pond Society, and then we're also going to be talking about a small business in downtown Lamarck.
I like small businesses. I like businesses in general. Also the San Leon Oyster Festival and some Mickey Gilly. Here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it is Monday morning, 8:36 a.m. You just heard some Carrie Job right here on 99.5. We're at KHEAradio.com. Curt, we have some exciting news. Some very exciting news. It has to do with mobile phones. So many people are probably watching this from their cell phone right now, whether that's on Facebook or they're listening, from our website. But there is something that is about to launch that it's been really hard to keep a secret. And I don't even know if we want to say it yet, but maybe we will. What do you think? We should do like a coin flip. Do you have a coin?
I have an Echinacea bottle.
Okay.
That's good enough, right?
Yeah, if you throw it up in the air, it hits the floor. If it shatters, then we don't share the news. You caught it!
I caught it, and it landed on the Echinacea, so we have to share the news.
Okay.
All right, so we on Friday were able to finish the finalization of the KHEA radio app that's going to be available on the Android Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store. So in the next week or two, once Apple approves it, we will be good to go. You can listen and watch KHEA radio on the go, on your phone, from anywhere in the world.
What? You said that, but you don't seem excited about it. At least not as excited as I am. KHEA Radio is getting its own app, so you're going to be able to access everything that you can access now in different places, all from one spot. There's going to be a ton of new features that we're going to drop on there. We're going to do brand new giveaways through the app, and I'm very excited for everybody to have this opportunity, including myself, so I'm never disconnected from KHEA Radio.
The best part is that there is going to be a community calendar where you're going to be able to, one, if you're an organization or a business, put in your information into that calendar.
Okay.
Or two, if you are just wanting to know what's going on in the community, you will be able to do that. I feel like in today's society, that's probably the one thing that we miss. Growing up, newspapers all over the country would have, here's what's taking place in the community, and they would have a bunch of community stuff. It's hard to find that these days, unless you're really on the look for like a community calendar. So KHEA Radio is going to be offering that piece to our listeners.
Yes. So a community calendar, as well as music. We're going to be featuring local musicians. Our local businesses that we partner with are going to have a place on the app so they can get some shine. We want to share everything that they have going on and share what we have going on as well. This is KHEA Radio. It is Monday. We had a busy weekend. We had a lot of fun. We were at the San Leon Oyster Festival on Saturday, had the opportunity to hang out with Mickey Gilly for a little bit and then enjoy some of his music. There was Fast Eddie. There was Colton Black and Jared Steddard, I believe. So those are the musicians for the evening. We had a lot of delicious food and ran into some good friends as well.
Yeah, we had a great time. I don't think I've ever been on a tour bus before. I know, like, as a former
That's weird,
musician,
Curt. You're like an international superstar whenever it comes to your music career, and you've never been on a tour bus whenever you were touring in Europe.
No,
as a child.
We had an opportunity.
Prodigy. A child star. You weren't on a tour. Curt, how did you get around?
I didn't.
Limos?
I've never been. Yes, limos.
It must have been limos. Hey, limos used to be like the thing, and they still are pretty cool.
Right.
But now you have the Van TX and some other opportunities where you can get like on party buses. But like, Curt, if you've never been on a tour bus, I'm still trying to understand, get it in my head. How in the world did you get around when you were like on your world tour?
It was always, it was big buses. It wasn't like your own fan bus. It was like a charter bus.
Oh, every time you describe it to me, it's like, yeah. Gardy, what do you mean? When I was touring Europe as a 14-year-old boys choir.
No. It was 17.
But
Not 14. Come on, give me those 3 years.
Either way, that's the way I always imagined it in my head from you describing. You're like, yeah, I was eating haggis in Scotland and like had my kilt on as I was serenading the Queen of England. She was visiting Scotland for some reason, and that's the story you tell.
It is the story. That's exactly how it went down.
And Nessie came up, the Loch Ness Monster, and was serenaded by my beautiful...
Nessie is located in Vermont. Let's be honest. Nessie is in Vermont.
That's Sasquatch.
Sasquatch is in Washington.
You're just dropping facts right here. I feel like the government should be listening, and they probably are, if we're being honest. And they should be tracking, like, Bigfoot's over there. What else can you share with us this morning?
That's it. That's it. I can't tell you about Area 51 yet. They won't let me.
Okay.
Hey, so I say all that to tell us that we had an opportunity to be actually on the bus with Mickey Gilley.
What, you've never been on a tour bus before? How are you
my
Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we were on the tour bus with Mickey Gilley.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've shaken his hand, everything. And he remembered us. We had an opportunity to sit down and talk to Mickey Gilley on Monday on the phone. And it was really kind of cool to watch.
It
that all
was.
happen.
It was a great time. So, did you see me go get up on the stage whenever he was performing?
I did.
Okay, I was like, Kurt's probably so jealous right now.
At you.
I didn't see you.
At the
There was
camera.
literally thousands of people there, and I was like, which one of these little ants out here is Kurt?
How did you get up there? First of all, how did you get access?
Well, if you just act like you're supposed to be there, apparently people won't question you. So I just went back there and I was just like, hey guys, I got this. Like, everything's cool. Like, seriously.
The best part is I wear this badge with me all over the place. It says AL Media Radio. It's Abundant Life. It's our name badge. It allows us to get access into different buildings or different parts of the building here.
I have one too. You want to see mine?
But you don't have a name tag on it.
I don't. I'm going to write my name on it. I should just be like,
Right?
Gardy.
So
this counts.
I have this badge with me on Saturday, and I'm wearing it around my neck. I don't know why I have it around my neck. I don't understand. But everyone thought I was a part of, like, super special security or something, because they're, like, coming up and asking me questions. Like,
He has
hey,
clearance.
Yeah. And I'm like, how do you think I know? Like, I'm literally wearing a KHEA radio T-shirt.
You got a name badge.
And they're like, because of your badge. And I'm like,
Well,
next time you go to an event, just wear a name badge.
Any name badge will do,
Any
apparently.
name badge apparently will get you access to places.
We're talking about the San Leon Oyster Festival. It took place on Saturday, and sunny San Leon had a great time. I had to go and really work hard to get some oysters. There were oysters being cooked everywhere, but I always had to man the table because for some reason, every time I turned around, you and your girlfriend were like, "Oh, we're gonna go," and I'm like, "Kurt, what are you doing? We're supposed to be over here."
Twice.
It was like 300 to 500 times during the event. No, not quite that much. But I was like, man, I really want to eat some oysters. I'm a big fan. So I finally had the opportunity to go judge the People's Choice Award, and I had to go measure and count the marbles between each team, which is really cool.
An issue that I heard was that maybe you missed a team.
I did not miss any team, I promise. Okay. People, there was a ton of great oysters out there, and I don't know how many times I had to tell people, like, no, I got yours. But people were fighting it to the death, and I was like, they showed me the bucket, and I'm like, yeah, I saw that one. This one has more. So Rupor won the People's Choice, which was really cool, and they had a ton. I don't know if they I was joking with them. I was like, did y'all bring y'all's own marbles from home? Like, what were y'all doing to get people to put them in here? I guess they were really good. I didn't have the opportunity to eat them, but I only had oysters from Bayshore Grill and Billiards.
You only went to one place to get... You didn't have Los Primos?
No, I didn't get any of them because every time, listen, I'm trying to explain this to you. Every time you and your girlfriend, I guess, were gone eating oysters, and then by the time I was judging the things, they were either like closing, they were done, and the only ones who had anything ready was Bayshore. Everybody else was cleaning up. And so they were like, here, take some. So I was very grateful that I got to eat some oysters, and I was very grateful to Bayshore. They were delicious.
Yeah, there were some delicious oysters. I know Maceo Spice Company was out there. Concetta, they had a cooking team. Theirs was really good. They had Parmesan cheese on there. And then I also was able to have Smokin' D's barbecue because they had a food truck there.
So I went and
saw Dustin and gave him a hug and talked to him as well.
I was forced to eat your leftover, the last slice of Macdilla. I did not have any food until I was pretty much eating the scraps from Kurt's table because he's like, hey, me and my girlfriend are going to get ice cream. Hey, me and my girl, we're going to go say hi to Dustin. Hey, me and my girlfriend are going to go. And I was just like, dude, we're supposed supposed to be here, like, having a great time with the people, and we did.
We had a great time.
But I just was forced to eat, like, Kurt's leftover ice cream. If I wanted to eat and survive, that was, like, me clawing. I was like, I gotta survive. And I was like, Kurt, are you done with this? And he's like, yeah, I'm done with this Mectilla. I can't even eat it all. It's so big. And so I had to eat it.
I could have said
But
no
at that
and
point,
ate it myself.
it's about survival at that point. That's the only thing that kept me alive. Thank you, Dustin.
Yeah, we had a great time at the San Leon Oyster Festival. Go back and check out some videos. We're going to be dropping one hopefully today, right, Gardy? Or in the next couple of days?
I have this footage on my camera, on my SD card, and I'm excited to drop it. So I'm going to see if I can get some time today where I can piece it together. I've been brainstorming because, and you know this, like whenever you capture video and you see moments, you're like, oh, this is so cool. I'm going to use this for here. Or like you get an idea and then sometimes you get at the computer and it doesn't work.
I think you have to start with Mickey Gilley.
You would, yes, I think that's a good idea. I had some idea for some voiceover and how to start it, but once I sit down, we'll see how it unfolds. But I almost thought about making 2 videos, like something just specifically on Mickey Gilley, like him on the stage and his tour bus, and then like a crowd shot and maybe some of the voice stuff that he's done on here. And then I also thought about featuring the Oyster Festival. I don't know. There's quite a bit of content, but I'm going to see if I can put it all together and not make it too long and have a story told that's still like amazing.
I think one of the things that I really like about you doing these things is you're able to see the storytelling process.
Yes.
I love it. It's good stuff. It's good content. You have to go and follow our Facebook page at KHEA Radio in order to see some of these videos. Our video blog series that we do every once in a while. We'll drop a video about kind of what goes behind the scenes here at KHEA Radio.
But we don't want to share too much about that San Leon Oyster Festival because we don't want to release any spoilers. You know, the internet is a place for spoilers. I don't know. There's plenty of TV shows and movies that are dropping right now where people, they just can't hold their excitement.
Game of Thrones.
Marvel Endgame. I haven't seen that movie. You haven't seen it either.
No, I haven't. I was hoping this afternoon, but we're going to push it back till Thursday.
Yeah. I've been on social media reading, even comments on nothing related with movies, right? It's just like a picture of, it's a meme. And then I see people are like, hey, this happens in Endgame. And I'm like, why? It's not a safe place. The internet is not safe. If you haven't seen, movies that have come out, if you haven't seen TV shows, then, you may want to avoid the internet.
There was last night there was Game of Thrones was on, and I had to put my phone away. Like I sat it in the next room, locked it in lock and key so that I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Couldn't see the Facebook so that I could literally sit down and watch the episode without having any spoilers.
Oh, here's a spoiler alert. Kurt looks down at his shirt because he sees my wife's comment. We're streaming live on Facebook. Good morning, Facebook. You guys, we love you. Thank you for taking the time to listen. My wife said, Kurt's Spirit shirt, though. Kellen has that exact same shirt, and he'll wear it for Spirit Day. He has on an Abundant Life Knights Christian School. Abundant Life Christian School Royal Knights t-shirt. I love it.
I went and bought this next door at the school. We have a private Christian school next door to our radio station. It's called Abundant Life Christian School. There, it's what, K through 12?
That's correct. They actually go a little bit lower. They have, I think, what you would call preschool K3 or something. I think they even start at like 2 or maybe even 1 years old. So it's really cool. It's right next door. My son goes there. I see some people on here, and their kids go there as well. It's a great opportunity. I graduated from Abundant Life Christian School back in 2004. It was a different time, a great time, but it's still an awesome educational program, and I'm proud to have gone there. I still have shirts that I had in high school. You know what? Whenever we were cleaning out the closets the other day, the football jerseys, I was like, wow, they're just throwing these away now, aren't they? Like, I remember us like fundraising. Not necessarily selling lemonade for Lemonade Day, but like fundraising, car washes. Hey, we're going to get new football jerseys. We're going to do that. And then they obviously serve their purpose. Like 20 years of victories and losses and blood and grass stains.
I won't tell you what somebody said as we were throwing those away.
Who?
And they said, well, maybe if they would have won in those jerseys, they'd be worth keeping.
Well, maybe. You can't win every game, Kurt. You can't win every game. I was looking for mine. I was like, is my number in here? I have my jerseys.
What number were you?
I was, over the span of my career, I was like 81, 44, and I also was 61, depending on what year it was.
I was number 74. all throughout, from middle school
You
through
like
high
right
school.
tackle?
Yes, I was.
That's like a
I was
right tackle number.
Yeah, I was. But I had a key. I remember I had a necklace with my number on it. It said 74, and it was like diamond encrusted. Like every one of us football players had these necklaces, and I just remember like 74 was my number. So my senior year, when I didn't play football because of a knee injury, and I was the cameraman instead.
Just as good as the
Just as
football
good.
player, yeah.
I remember there was a stinking sophomore who came in and wore that jersey.
Put some respect on my jersey.
And,
I can't
was like,
imagine.
how dare you? How dare you wear my jersey? And the guy was like, "I've always had this jersey." And I was like, "Do you have the necklace, bro? Do you have the necklace, bro?"
Did you give him the necklace? You should have handed it down.
I lost that necklace, so I think he like stole it from me along with my jersey and my respect.
He's probably still wearing it right now. But as we threw those jerseys away from the closet, I was looking for mine, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure they're at my parents' house.
Did you keep it?
My jerseys? Yeah, I have them.
Oh, okay.
I have my jerseys. And Angel, who was helping us clear it out, I was like, here, take some. Don't throw. He was like, you think it's okay? I was like, yeah, they're going to throw them away. If it was mine, I was like, man, this should be hanging from the rafters. This should be hanging from the rafters somewhere. Maybe I'll bring them back and hang them up there myself. They're going to be like, Gardy, what are you doing? And I'm like raising my jerseys up to the rafters, just hanging out there.
Russ at number 85, right end, defensive end, and did the kicking. Can you imagine Russ kicking the field goals?
Yeah, I can.
And kicking for the home team is Russ.
Cox. Yeah, it's just a loud crowd of approval. Yes.
He's like Alex Henry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So right now it's 8:52. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. If you're watching on Facebook, please share this video out and then let us know what do you have going on today. This week, there's some lemonade day, some entrepreneurial stuff for kids, teaching kids how to start a business, what it takes to, get things going. My son out of Abundant Life Christian School, they've been actually selling lemonade. Whenever I pick them up, they're slinging some lemonade out by the gym. Have you had the opportunity to have it? It's actually delicious.
It's lunch and after school, correct?
I've been getting it after school because when I pick him up, that's where he is. And he's like, you want some lemonade? And I'm like, yes, I want some lemonade. It was really good. It was really, really good. They're like, you can get the small cup for $1 or 50 cents, or you can get the big cup for $2. I said, give me the big cup. I'm here to support the kids, and I'm here to have some delicious lemonade. They did not disappoint. So I think they're doing it again today.
Yes, I think they're doing it for the rest of the week.
You know what?
There's no way, Russ.
Russ just said he killed a 55-yard field goal, and I'm impressed.
Russ said that on our Facebook comments. So if you're listening to us on 99.5 FM and you want some behind-the-scenes action that goes on here at KHEA Radio, you can go find us on our Facebook page. That's KHEA Radio. We're also on Instagram and the YouTube.
And on the YouTube. So make sure you check out the YouTube. Hey, I'm going to show off my Prestige Oysters, which is the company that helps put on the San Leon Oyster Festival.
That's your koozie for the day.
It's nice. Yeah, I like this one. I like it because it's black. And I don't think I have a black one.
I wish maybe this is something we could work towards. We should have a koozie of the day.
I want a KHEA Radio koozie. All I need is one, though. So that way I can just use it.
But then people could send us koozies.
People send us koozies all the stinking time. Yeah, I have like a backpack full of koozies. I carry this backpack with me wherever I go. And people wonder. I know nobody's asked me like what's on the backpack, but I know they have to wonder what's in there. And I'll tell you, it's so heavy and it's nothing but koozies. There's like seriously like 1 million koozies in here, and I just rotate in and out, and I love them all. So we're going to take a quick break on the FM. It's KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next, we have Casting Crowns. Stay tuned. Facebook, what's up? Yvonne said, I get to see my son today before he goes back to Florida. He enlisted in the Marines. As an MP, he has to go back by May 1st, so today is going to be a sad day until we see him again. So I'm sure that you and the family have to be very proud of him. That's awesome. That's a big deal, to choose to serve the country and to enlist in the military, especially the Marines. So, hey, thank you to your son for his service and to your family for raising him to be able to make that decision and sending him off. So we wish him all the best of luck, and we know he's going to do awesome things. Thank you.
One of the things that I did enjoy as a news reporter back in the day when I was a news reporter was the come home times. Like when the military would come home, you would get kind of backstage like passes into the airport so that you could go and film the Marines meeting their family for the first time, and those moments are just, they're overwhelming to like just even be in person, but then to have to film it is just, those positive stories and those positive moments was one of the reasons that I loved what we did.
Yeah. Sometimes, like on social media or just other places, you'll see the surprises. Oh, like the kid doesn't know or the brother doesn't know, and they surprise him at lunch.
Those are the saddest things. Like,
and the kid's just like taken by surprise.
Oh, just tears, like ugly cries.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like that's a good thing to film, and then obviously it's the person's choice. Like, hey, are we allowed to share this or whatever? But some things are, not everything has to be posted on social media, but I do enjoy seeing those, and I don't know, like if I would want mine posted, like, you know what I mean?
When you went to, if you were gone like that and came back?
I honestly don't know, because I never had the opportunity to serve in the military. But yeah, everybody who does, we appreciate the people who make that sacrifice, families and individuals.
You know, that was one of the things I know we talked a little bit about spoilers last night. I did watch the Game of Thrones, but the one thing I kept thinking, the Dothraki, when they went to go and attack.
Why are you Kurt, you can't be talking about spoilers. Seriously.
I'm not gonna
No, you are
spoil.
You're the worst kind of person right now. Don't be that person. Just think about the person you are right now and then just be the exact opposite.
I wasn't going to
Yes,
spoil.
you are.
No, I'm not spoiling.
You've already said too much. No, you already said too much.
How?
This is what happened last time whenever you were like, and they were the weapons and they were doing, I was like, dude, stop. Anything you say, in my opinion, can be considered a spoiler. There are a lot of people who haven't had the opportunity to see stuff. Some people may never watch it, and they may not care.
Then I won't talk about that piece. But I could say, like, I could never stand on the front line of something and know that you could potentially, like, that could be it for things. I don't know if I could do that. You know? Like, that would be really hard for me to be like, oh, let me go and here's how I, could potentially, that could be the end, you know?
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler.
Yeah. Well, we got to work on you. What can you do? Are some people born with that? If you're going to be on the front lines and know that, hey, but you have to have something bigger than yourself that you believe in, like our country. You have to have something bigger than yourself that you are a part of and fighting for whenever you're in that situation. Like you think about Christianity, those people who, were martyrs for spreading the gospel, people who are her martyrs, and we talked about that with Pastor Catherine Rudolph here at Abundant Life, the executive pastor. Like, if you're put in that situation, do you know what you're going to say? Like, if it's like, hey, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Yes.
Yes, easy.
Yes. And so, but you had mentioned that, like, man, I don't know if someone puts you in a situation, but I think whenever you're a part of something bigger, then yes, I'm going to stand up for this. Like, and especially like with the country as well. Like, I'm a part of, the United States, and this is what I'm here for. I'm trained for this. I'm prepared, and this is why I signed up. This is where I'm placed.
Yes, I just don't know if I could ever even if it wasn't a military situation, I don't know if I could take somebody else's life. I get, like, it's either mine or that person, but
yeah,
I don't think I could ever do that either. Like, I don't think I could ever have that part of me be a part of that. You know what I mean?
Well, I've seen the rage side of you that's really dark and unleashed. So I'm not going to say that I could see you doing that if it came down to it, because I've seen a very dark side of Kurt Casper that I hope nobody else has to see.
There's no dark side.
Yeah, you have like a short fuse.
I do not.
And if it snaps, you're like, Gardy, stop, not now. I'm trying to
but not
play Connect 4 with my girlfriend on my app. Like, I'm like, okay, dude, I was trying to get some work done here at the radio station. And you're like, I said not now. I said, okay, I'll see you later.
But not to the point that I'm going to, like, hurt you.
I've seen the look in your eyes.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, let's be real, Kurt. Let's be real. Do you think you could hurt me? I'm too quick.
No, and I wouldn't. I don't have that in me. All right, let's go get this guest.
No, I'm enjoying where this is going. It is 9 o'clock, so we're gonna have some guests. So we're gonna be talking some more about Lemonade Day, talking about some scouts, some troops, talking about everything going on in the community. So we're gonna learn what's going on. This is KHEA Radio. Again, feel free to let us know, what do you have going on today. How's it going, guys? Y'all doing okay?
Are the kids okay?
All right. I like y'all's uniforms.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Two chairs over there. You guys are gonna be over on the far end. Come on in, guys.
Hello. Boom, boom. So we're going to be talking about some scouts. And learning about Lemonade Day.
No.
What Lemonade Day is and why it's important. So how's it going?
It is going great.
I'm glad y'all are here today. Everything going pretty good, huh?
Yes.
Did y'all find the building okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we're live on Facebook. We got about a minute left, and we'll go on the FM as well. So
Okay.
we're going to just talk for a bit, and then we'll kind of keep it going the same way it is. So
Guys, get over here. They can't see you.
y'all can hang out over here, and then everybody can see, and y'all can
Come on, here, Emma.
wave.
Can you wave? Can you wave and say
So
hi?
Boy Scouts of America. We're going
Yep.
to talk about the Boy Scouts of America today.
So we have 2 members of the new program of the Scouts, where we have girls now.
Okay,
So we have Girl Scouts. So it's, what was that, Friends of Scouting?
Mm-hmm.
They did a campaign.
awesome.
And so what happened was a lot of families were running into trouble where they having trouble trying to do all the activities with everybody.
Yes.
And so I think that they wanted to cater to that kind of thing. So now we have girls in Cub Scouting. They have separate dens, but separate but equal.
Yeah. See, I could see how that would be very beneficial to somebody who has even like twins or somebody who has, hey,
Actually, these
multiple-
are twins.
These are twins.
Okay, yeah.
Eric and Emery, they're my bears, and Evan is also my bear.
And then she's a tiger.
Um,
So tigers
she's
are
a
first
tiger.
grade. Bears
Ooh.
are
So-
third grade.
it makes it a lot easier.
It starts
because
at
you
Lions
get-
now. We do kindergarten through 5th grade, right?
Mhm.
Kindergarten through 5th grade.
I
And then
was,
we do a crossover to Boy Scouts.
Okay.
I was actually an Eagle Scout, so I did was Tiger Cubs all the way through Eagle Scout. And I was thinking, I was gonna say something about like Boy Scouts and stuff and having girls, but I've never heard that before. And I was thinking, I grew up in a boy family, and it was only
Right.
boys, so Boy Scouts was really easy for us. But I never thought about families that have both boys and girls, it could be
And
really
we're both
difficult.
leaders, so we go to everything.
Everything.
Yes, you have to kind
In
of,
fact, we just had our big Scoutorama.
Our 100th anniversary Scoutorama was
yes,
this weekend.
this
They had
weekend.
people come, 900 scouts
It was
from the
wonderful.
entire Galveston, Brazoria County area.
Nice.
Yes.
I was pack 144, so that's kind of cool that you guys are 244.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
out of
it's-
Hitchcock. We meet at the primary school. That's our charter right now. They're trying to get rechartered with the church because it's hard to have everybody all in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
At Scouts, it gets kind of crazy.
Everybody doing different things.
So what is Lemonade Day? What is that?
Okay, so actually it's semi unrelated to Boy Scouts. We're using it as our fundraiser. Every year Galveston County has a Lemonade Day.
Mm-hmm.
And so they allow anybody and everybody to have their stand. They give you a permit for the day, so you can't be like sued or anything like that. It's like a 1-day entrepreneur program to learn how teach kids how to run a business. And so you actually have to track like your expenses, your profits, and turn in your budget and everything. At the end, you submit it. You actually brand your stand, and you can put it on the website. And so that there's already a bunch of them on there because when we branded our stand, our theme is Be Kind Lemonade. So we're promoting kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a bunch of bracelets and stuff about God loves you and things like that. And we're going to try to probably play y'all's radio station, hopefully,
Awesome.
while we're doing our lemonade stand. We're going to be doing it on Highway 6 across from the Circle K where it meets 2004, where the big Hitchcock sign is. We're going to be at the park and ride there because we don't need permission to use that.
Okay.
It's closed on the weekend. So we usually park our RV there and then use it as a shade, and then we have our lemonade. We're going to have regular lemonade and strawberry lemonade, and then an option of adding in watermelon flavor.
Ooh, that's nice.
So, and then we're going to have brownies, cookies, muffins, and cupcakes as well. We're also doing a silent auction of Bath and Body Works products. Did I leave it out there? No, I left it out there, I think.
Cool.
Anyways, it's all lemonade themed, and so we're going to do a silent auction because we can't do a raffle because gambling is against the Boy Scout Code of Honor. So.
That's good.
Did you mention donations? If they don't want to buy anything, they can still donate money to our area if they want.
And it all 100% goes to PAC 244 in Hitchcock, Texas.
Awesome.
If we make enough to come get on top and make it in the black, we're gonna donate about $50 to $100 to St. Jude's. So
That'd be awesome.
yeah.
You know,
There's some-
why did you choose to get involved with the Boy Scouts of America?
I actually came in as a tiger parent, and I started in Santa Fe. I went to a meeting, and I really liked the feel of it. I liked that they did a lot of fun activities. Like they have shooting sports, they have archery, they have. You can earn patches. You can do STEM, science, technology, research, patch question. It appealed to. We do a lot of educational activities, so it appealed to us. And I actually came in.
It's okay. Just stay still. Don't move a muscle. Don't move. Just pop it back. I would put it by the door.
I just felt like the speaker was in my face. Anyways, and so like we watched the video, and of course they were like, "Well, we don't have a tiger leader," and I was like, "Oh," and so I said, "Okay, fine, I'll do it." So that's how I started.
Yeah.
Immediately, first day of scouting, I was the tiger parent. I went through all the Boy Scout training, which took longer than getting my training for nursing. Actually, saving lives was less work than
being
preparing
in
for
this
Boy
role.
Scouts of America, because I had to do youth protection training, and I had to take a bunch of classes to learn how to, operate den meetings, and so that's how we got our start. And then I ended up going to Hitchcock later on. We just moved over there because we heard that their group was a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted a little bit more because our first pack was like about 70 kids, so it was kind of a really big deal when we would go camping. So then we just moved over to Hitchcock, and and the one in Hitchcock, we operate as a family over there. Like everybody just knows everybody. We have one family, the Schumachers, that they'll bring the whole kitchen set, and we operate out of their kitchen set. Everyone brings money for food, and then we make the food and everything right there. They'll prepare all the meals, like a whole menu for the whole weekend, and then we all eat the same thing. So it's really cool to kind of travel as like a giant family, and everybody's got their bags, and there's like a, nobody ever goes, in Boy Scouts, nobody ever does anything alone. You have to have a buddy. You can't go anywhere by yourself for safety purposes.
You mentioned something about the Boy Scouts and, raffles, and hey, that's not really what they're about. What are the principles and the values that the Boy Scouts have? Is there like a couple that they operate by?
Brought my
The law.
book.
Can
Yes.
they say the law?
Yes,
Guys?
actually we have our pledge is, I promise to do my duty to God and my country. So the first word out of the vote is God. To God and my country, to keep myself
Physically
physically
strong.
strong,
Mentally
awake,
aware.
and morally straight. So right out and every meeting we start off with that. We do the pledge, and we do the oath, and we do the
We got a prayer and our opening.
no, there's the oath, and what's the other part? It's the
law.
oath, the law. the
Kurt,
oath.
you should know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm blanking
I feel like
here.
Kurt should know this as an Eagle Scout, right?
Were you shocked that I was able to do it? A scout
No.
is mentally prepared.
And you're very proud of being accomplishing Eagle Scout status, which is a big deal because that's a lot of commitment and it's a lot of work.
A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful,
friendly,
thrifty.
courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. So we got everything covered. We're talking about money management, being kind, honorable, trustworthy, loyal, helpful. So these are all the reason we joined Boy Scouts to begin with is actually for the main reason I like it because it's Christian. We wanted a Christian organization. Unfortunately, the Girl Scouts have kind of steered away from being a Christian organization. So that's why we opted to put my daughter in Cub Scouting because they are disclaimed as a Christian organization. It is a private organization, so they are allowed to do that. They can't be sued for that because of First Amendment rights, freedom of religion.
And if any adults want to get into it, it doesn't matter if you're a grandparent, a mother or daughter, parent, whatever, you can still be that. These are my grandchildren, and I had a 21-year-old and a almost 29-year-old, and they both were in Scouts. We both did all the activities and everything. And so anybody that wants to participate or be involved, it doesn't matter, they can be involved.
Wow.
One of our main components is duty to God. So we do like a whole chapter, like a whole section on duty to God.
Yes,
Like we covered it in
requirement.
December because of, obviously Christmas and
Mhm.
Christ. And so we covered the duty to God very heavily during that month. And we also respect other religions. So we teach our scouts about all the different types of religions that there are so that they're, because you don't have to be Christian to be a Boy Scout, but you do have to believe in God.
Yes. Okay. So you were mentioning the Lemonade Day, how that is a big fundraiser that y'all are going to be doing.
Yes.
What other things do y'all do to raise funds to be able to make this trip happen?
We only do one other fundraiser. It's only once a year. It's super expensive gourmet popcorn. but like 44% of the proceeds go back to our local scouting, and the rest goes to corporate. Actually, I bought a whole bunch as a mom, so I was going to show you
Yes,
some of
we
the
love our
tins that you
popcorn.
can buy. That
They
if you
come in-
buy, if you upgrade, you can buy where they come in a tin. So it has like the whole
Oh, yeah.
engraved. And another cool thing that I was going to show you that we do is we do Pinewood Derby.
Mm-hmm.
So these are some cars that we have made at our pet. Some of them are broken apart, but we've done these. This is the daddy. This is my husband's involvement with Cub Scouts. He does the.
So they put those together and build these cars?
They build
Yeah,
their
so
own
this
cars.
is my daughter's first one. It fell apart. There was a queen on there too, but so and then this one was our first one ever that we did.
So,
And
Gardy,
tomorrow
you're probably going to get really upset about what I'm about ready to say. But
Let me guess what he's going to say before he says it. He's going to say that he was the best in making these cars, world class. Nobody was better than he was. He
So-
won everything. So here we
there
go.
were, in Lexington, there were two Cub Scouts chapters. There was Pack 144, and then there was another pack. But they were completely different. But we would have our own separate tournaments. So they would race their cars, and we would race our cars. And I was city champ. I won the
Awesome.
pack,
Awesome.
and then I was the city champ. So I had this massive trophy. That did, and then you had the
We
rain
have the
gutter.
rain. This was our first rain
rain
gutter,
gutter
but we
regatta.
switched over, so we don't do these anymore. We do recycled. We do it out of recycled materials
And that is
now.
actually tomorrow. Tomorrow night we're
Yes,
having
we're doing our rain gutter regatta
Rain-
tomorrow with recycled materials.
recycled rain gutter regatta.
Right, so that we can use recycled materials
All right.
to make our boats.
All right, so y'all are packed. It's 244
Yes.
Yes.
out of Hitchcock, Texas. And I have seen some of those shirts going around, and
We'll
I think
be
that's
wearing
really
these are
cool.
our,
Saturday.
these are the sponsors for Lemonade Day. Moody, one of the places up there, what's it called? Odyssey. They gave everybody a frisbee, so everybody got a frisbee. So these are the shirts that you get. You get like a whole packet. You get like a bag with the shirt.
Oh, and they do have to do an accountability where they have to sit down and work out how much they spend,
See,
how much
Frisbee?
they receive. They have to. It's a business thing.
Yeah,
it's an
and so-
entrepreneur
yeah.
thing where it's actually teaching them how to do their own businesses.
There's a separate book for mentors. Like you have to promise that if you loan them money, that they have to pay it back.
Wow,
Like
okay.
it's the honesty. Like you
Yeah.
have to sign
Like
a
a bank would loan.
document that says, or you can opt to donate.
Do you know how long they've been doing this, like the Lemonade Day program?
Not sure, but I know that they've been advertising it on the radio with Cane's Chicken. They've been advertising
Ah.
it. This is like a national thing.
Okay.
It's National Lemonade Day, and we're doing the Galveston County chapter
Awesome.
of it. So you go up and you guys. I saw you on your website. You guys did the build a lemonade stand. We opted not to do that. We made our own, but you have that option to go on build your own lemonade stand. It's like $20, and you can go and build your own lemonade stand with the materials they provide. It's just very small.
Yeah.
So we opted to just use tables with towels instead because we have a big lemonade towel that we put out on our. And all of our lemonade is going to be all homemade. It's going to be not from a bottle, not like Kool-Aid. Like it's going to
Yeah.
be like legit, like Chick-fil-A grade lemonade.
I love it. Has all the ingredients that you need. If you have it just right,
And
there
with a
may be
little
nothing
love.
better in the world. Yeah, a little love,
Little
some
love.
sugar, some lemons, and some ice cold water, and you're good to go.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Let's see. Right now it's 9:13. Hey, let us know. Are you participating in Lemonade Day? Maybe your kids are. Were you a member of the Boy Scouts of America? Maybe you have some kids who are as well. Kurt was a Boy Scout
I was.
all the way till an Eagle Scout. If you come in like Kurt, like if you and you said you started in what grade?
I think it was first grade, maybe kindergarten. And how it started is my dad wasn't in Boy Scouts, but they had like a meeting at the school, and all of the kids were like, "Hey, I want to join." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll go check it out." And I joined the group and just stuck with it all the way through. And it was one of the best times. You know, my dad and I, we would go camping. Almost every month there would be a camping trip where you would go to a different spot. They had like retreats and stuff. There would be summer camp, Boy Scout summer camp, where you would learn how to like canoe and play archery and everything like that. It was a lot of fun.
We still
Evan,
do all
come here.
those things.
I want to
and
show you.
we
Evan's
just
been in it
recently
since
did that.
Tiger. I want to show you how many patches he's got. And this isn't even all.
Well,
of
I
them.
see he has that vest on, and so
So-
Tiger, you said is third grade.
Right. So there's a couple special patches that you can earn.
Oh no. Tiger bears are these. Are
He's
the
a
bears
bear.
are
He's a third grader.
grade.
Okay.
So we've done Battleship Texas, where you get these. We've done this is Rain Gutter. We do the Blue and Gold, which is the Boy Scout birthday. We do that every year. We do Scout Sunday, which is involved with duty to God. You get a patch for going to church in uniform on Scout Sunday, which is every November. He's got I'm looking for your recruiter patch, Evan. Oh, here. So, like, if you get somebody to join, you get a special, like, recruiter patch if the person joins, even if they quit, if they stay in it, as long as they join at the beginning. But these are patch. This isn't even all of them. This is only from. I haven't got any of his bear patches on, and I don't have any of his belt loops on either. Because now they earn belt loops. Eric has his. They earn belt loops.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
That go along
That
your
way
belt.
we don't have to mess with the patches.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we also made our own slides. You saw we made our own slides
All
out of
of our
PVC pipe.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of our projects we did. We made our own slides. Like these ones have compasses,
And then they
hers
got
has
to
Wonder Woman.
help customize, like, and pick what they want on there,
We did
right?
a slide exchange, and the boys had to and the girls had to design a slide and gift it. Like we drew names, and then they put down like their favorite color and their favorite things, and you had to design one for that person, and we exchanged them, so it was personal.
Kurt, did you ever design your own slide?
No, we just had our own custom slides.
If you could pick one for yourself, what would it be? Or even pick one for me. I know it's hard sometimes to...
Probably a microphone for both of us.
Ooh, if it was actually operated as a mic, that would be helpful too. And then we wouldn't need one. It was just like a little wireless thing, and you kept it there. Man, that's actually a good idea.
See, I come up with great ideas.
All year this year, each month they're having special programs because it's the 100th year for BSA. And so we just did the church walk. We just did a 101 tree
We did a beach
planting.
cleanup.
We did the beach cleanup.
Yeah, we get back to our community.
Everything is a patch for them for the requirements that they have so that they can give back.
Yes.
We're also helping remodel the park there in
Yes,
Hitchcock.
they're
We're
doing
taking
park
that on
work.
as a project because it was like an abandoned park that we're trying to redo with the community. We got permission from the mayor.
Mm-hmm. I often
Hitchcock.
wonder, whenever things start, obviously Boy Scouts today is probably... It's similar in some ways, maybe in values and everything, but how different it is. If they knew, like, man, and you may not think about that, but like 100 years from now, and there's things that these kids are going to be able to do, with these entrepreneurial, they may start something 100 years from now that's still going and leaves a lasting impression and can change the world, like how the Boy Scouts has, 100 years of the Boy Scouts of America. That's a big deal.
They learn how to build fires. They learn how to set up a tent. They learn how to first aid. They learn how to, live in the wilderness. They learn how to leave nature alone. They learn how to not litter.
Survival, leave no trace.
Leave it better than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
I just like all the principles and the things behind it. It's
Yeah.
something that you really, I think most parents could get behind that,
Yes. Kurt, what do you think is one of the most important things that you learned value-wise or just knowledge-wise as a Boy Scout?
I think, one of the things for me was just survival. There's a lot of things that when you're out in the wild that you have to do. We've talked a bunch of times about our trip to Canada where it was a 2-week canoe trip where we went to Canada and it was 2 weeks. Whatever you took on your back, that's what you could carry. There wasn't a stop where you could do laundry. There wasn't a stop where you could take a shower. You were literally taking baths in the river. That's where you were getting all your food had to come on you. So when our canoe capsized, the canoe with all of our food, it was in plastic and it was supposed to be protected. But obviously when you capsize a canoe, the water gets in the food and you're going to have to eat that. You just have to do it. There's no other choice. You can't go over to McDonald's when you're out in the middle of nowhere in Canada doing stuff.
They also have sea scouting. Like, you could actually learn they actually have little outfits that look legit like the Navy. Like, you'd have sea scouting, there's adventure scouting, where that's been co-ed forever. And that's where they hike out in the woods, and then there's different branches, people don't know that. They think, oh, it's Boy Scouts, it's all the same. They don't realize it's different.
Yeah, there's different branches. Is it associated with the Boy Scouts?
It is. It's all part of BSA, yep. And there's actually a Sea Scout base out in Galveston
Okay.
where they teach the kids how to, the boat safety and tying knots and, going to dock, all that stuff you would learn. It preps you for the Navy. And the Eagle Scout actually looks really good on a resume. It'll set you apart from other people because it shows commitment and dedication. It also looks good in college. It can make the difference between you getting in and someone else.
Yeah, it's just it's something that sets you apart. Do you think any of these kids have a dream to be an Eagle Scout one day? Has
I hope
anybody
so.
shown?
I hope so.
No.
She's just tired.
Yeah.
I hope so. So one of the things we're going to be doing is giving away some of these bracelets and stickers if you want to pick one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm part of God's Army, and
Cool.
we're just trying to spread kindness. Last year, our theme was just pause for the cause for. For
Is this
Cub
one
Scout.
for me?
Sure.
for us? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and grab one.
Awesome.
Boom. I got one. So I like the colors. It says Combat Crew. Green is my favorite color. And I like this one, so.
Some of them
Thank
say
you so
God's
much.
Army on them. Some of them say like hope, love, courage, faith. Basically, our principles.
Awesome. So, okay, it's 9:20 right now. We've been talking about the Boy Scouts of America. This is Troop 244 out of Hitchcock, Texas, and they're going to be selling some lemonade for Lemonade Day. It's going to be a fundraiser, so they're going to be able to get some funds and just purchase the things that they need. And what are some of those items that they are going to be in need
I
of?
was going to show you.
Camping stuff. If anybody has
Camping?
any kind of tents, any kind of camping supplies, or anything that they're willing to release, they can contact our Scoutmaster or anybody on the pack. Not the
So-
troop, but the pack, because we are.
You see all my kids' earnings? Every one of these things is $1 to $2.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 30 kids and, I don't know, 40 things per kid. So you do the math on that, how much it costs. Last year I spent over $400 on my own pocket helping buy patches for the kids because we actually started negative with our pack. The previous person that ran our pack didn't run it correctly, and so we ended up in the negative. So we had to kind of come beyond that. So we did the lemonade stand last year to kind of combat that and get back on track.
All right.
You know?
Awesome. So tell us one more time where you guys are going to be located and how people can find you guys at the Hitchcock location.
We're going to be at Highway 6 in 2004 across from Circle K at the Park and Ride right there. Because kind of like where all the 4 streets come together off of 2004, Highway 6, where the big Hitchcock Good Old Days sign is. We'll be like right there, like catty corner from that. Sometimes we're hard to see from there. We usually make up these signs and have the kids kind of like stand at the road, lemonade, because that gets everyone's attention.
And the kids will all have their yellow shirts on so
yeah.
that everybody can see them.
Draw some
And
attention for sure.
Lemonade's going to be like $1 a cup, so
Okay.
it's reasonable.
Very cool. Is there anything else y'all would like to share at all?
We'll have treats too. Like if you don't like lemonade, we're gonna have I have the sign that's from last year, but we have cupcakes, brownies, lemonade. I'm gonna make sweet tea for in case anybody doesn't like it or if they want sweet tea and lemonade together, which is something people do that. So we're gonna be selling treats for $1 as well. Oh, here's my thing. Here's my silent auction. So in here we've got lemon themed everything: a lemon candle, lemon lotion, lemon hand sanitizer. We even have watermelon lemonade hand sanitizer. We have
They want it.
the room spray.
I want the clean hands.
It's all in a bath bomb for muscle relief. So its value is at least $40, but we're gonna do a silent auction for that. As a donation. This is my donation to the lemonade stand.
That's awesome.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add here?
If anybody wants to join our pack, we meet on Tuesday nights from 6 to 7 at the primary school. We're about to wrap it up
Located
for
on
the
Highway
year,
6.
but we do meet in the summer, and there is a summertime
October
pack
4th.
award if you just attend one meeting per month in the summer. We do that in the summertime. We do fun things in the summer, like we go to the aquarium, or we go to Moody Gardens, or we take trips together as scouts too. As long as we stay within the county, we don't need a permission slip. And we also ride in all the parades.
Awesome.
All the Christmas parades, all of that. And we also do a lot of things with veterans. We honor veterans a lot too. Like we had just had a veteran come and teach us how to fold the flags up, to preserve them. We also do sometimes flag retirements. Boy Scouts will do the flag retirement ceremonies where you have to put one of the flags to rest that's damaged and stuff like that. So we work closely with veterans, churches, community. We try to give back.
Yes. Well, thank you for volunteering y'all's time to help impact this next generation of kids and, teaching them what it means to be an entrepreneur and how to learn some values and everything else. Really cool.
One more quick question here. Is there a phone number for them to get in contact with you to join the Scouts?
You can actually give them my number, and I can forward it to our charter rep, Alana. My phone number is 713-385-2885, and that's a cell, so if you want to text me or shoot me a message, I could give you my email if you have any other questions.
Or they can go to their local schools, whatever school their kid's in.
Yeah.
Ask that person if they have any flyers or anything that that they can get in contact with, and that would be a way too.
We do send out flyers, but it's usually like at the beginning of the year when we do our our scouting
Yeah.
promotions at the beginning of the
Our
year when we do our
recruiting.
popcorn sales. We try to, they send out flyers to the school.
And
to
I
get-
think popcorn is in September, I believe.
it's usually September,
September. So everybody get ready because you'll have your little people out in town. And we also have a food drive that's fixing to go on. So if anybody sees flyers that are stuck onto their doorknobs, they're sticking out the flyers, and then they're going to come back and get the food. So that's something else that we're doing in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, thank you all so much for hanging out and joining us. We appreciate you all taking the
No,
time.
thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah?
We really appreciate it.
Can they say their names?
Sure.
Emma, stand up.
Okay, say.
Evan,
name?
come over
My
here.
name's Emery, and I'm a Bear Scout.
All right.
Eric?
My name's Eric, and I'm a Bear Scout.
Evan.
My name's Evan. I'm a Bear Scout.
All right. What's your name?
Come on.
Emma.
Emma.
What rank are you?
That means
What are you?
What kind of?
She's a Tiger
Tiger
Scout.
Scout. All right. Well, you guys are awesome.
And so
Thank you.
to clarify, not every pack has a Lions group, but we do. We have a huge Lions group. We have over 20. I don't know. It's like our
There's a
biggest.
lot
It's
of
our biggest
Lions.
group. Is our Lions are our biggest group. There's like 20 kids in the group.
And that's new to this year. We just
All
got
right.
the Lions in.
That's awesome.
All right, thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we're going to be talking to the Houston Pond Society about lakes and ponds in our area.
I'm excited. I'm excited. We're going to be learning about some ponds and where we can get the big fish from the pond. Are you going to be the big fish in the small pond? You want to be the small fish in the big pond. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun, and thank you to Troop and Pack 244 right here out of Hitchcock, Boy Scouts of America. They're going to be selling some lemonade, participating in that Lemonade Day. It's teaching young kids how to potentially become an entrepreneur. Everything that you need to know if you're going to borrow some money. Hey, you got to pay it back. You need a stand. You need a business. You need a name. You need an idea. You need to make it work so that way they can be successful and kind of, be that next wave of jobs and businesses and ideas. I love thinking about these kinds of things because the kids that are in here right now, they can literally become anything. And so at this age, they are influenced by like, hey, I could become a business owner. Hey, I could. I have an idea. Why not? Why not me? Why not now? And kind of put it in works and make something happen. So right now, we're going to be bringing in our next guest, talking about the Pond Society. It's 9:27 right now. This is KHEA Radio. Feel free to share this video if you're watching on our Facebook page. Earlier, we dropped some news. We are getting this close to dropping our KHEA Radio app on iPhone and dropping it on the Google Play Store. So whether you have an Android or an iPhone, which one is better? That's up for you to decide. But we're going to be available on both of those platforms, so you'll be able to listen to KHEA Radio, have access to watch this video that you're watching right now straight from the app. You'll also be able to win some of the contests and prizes and all kinds of stuff. So we're very excited to be able to launch the KHEA Radio app. Like, super excited. I don't even think you understand how excited. Whenever we introduced it earlier, it was kind of like, hey, we're having an app. But no, it's like, we're having an app. This is something that we saw happening this year, but we didn't know it was going to happen this soon. The weird thing is, like, we're coming to TV on Channel 46, but we may be having the app launched live quicker than we're going to be on TV, which has been in the works for a while as well. So feel free to let me know, what do you have going on? We're excited about everything that's taking place here in the community. If you have something going on, feel free to reach out to us. You can email us, KHEA@KHEAradio.com. Send us a text message, 346-704-1806, or message us on Facebook or leave a comment here. Maybe you have an event and you want us to see if we can line up our schedules to be out there, or maybe you want us to co-host the event or come on and talk about it. As long as it's something that lines up with what we believe in, then, hey, we're more than about that. So the things that we believe in are community, positivity. We are a Christian organization that wants to spread love throughout Galveston County and the world and tech everywhere. So that's what we're about. If you ever have any questions about that, hey, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to talk to you on the phone, maybe to set up a meeting time. We've even had people come in and just ask to see the studio. So I'm more than happy to provide Curt to give them a private tour of everything going on here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You can have a seat here. And this one's good. Everything going good today?
Everything's going perfect today.
All right. Well, we're excited. We're going to be talking about the Pond Society, right?
The Houston Pond and Water Tour, Garden Tour.
All right. Okay, cool. So whenever I hear the word Houston, it's such a big area and it's such a small, so is it literally that like a big Houston pond and a garden tour? Is that what it is?
Yes, it is. We have 8 ponds on tour on May 4th, and we have 11 on tour on May 11th.
Okay. Very cool. And is your pond one of the
My
stopping?
pond is one of them on the 4th.
And what made you get into ponds?
Well, that's a story in itself. My husband got married, and we had 2 children while we were living in Hawaii. And I was always fascinated by the koi there and all of the beautiful. They did tricks. They were like dolphins doing tricks with the koi. It was amazing. And I talked about it for years. And when my son was 18, he hand dug me a koi pond in my backyard.
Wow.
So that's how I got started with ponds and koi.
That seems like it's a lot of work.
It was.
Whew.
It was a lot of work.
If I may, Kurt, I need you to dig a pond in my backyard. Do you think you could do that?
You have a pond in your backyard.
It's a retention pond. I want one in my backyard, like on the other side of the gate. That's not technically
He's like-
mine. I want one that's like in the yard.
I don't know if your yard is big enough for its own pond.
Are you just going to insult me, or are you going to start digging? What is it? Okay, well, I may have to keep going. Wait till my son gets old enough, and I'll have him do it. That may be a better option, because this guy, I don't
It
think
will
he's
be a
good.
better job if he does it willingly and thinks of it on his own.
Yeah.
So just leave
We'll see.
pictures around all over the place.
As little hints?
Yes.
Okay, we got 10 seconds. We're going to go on the FM right now and talk about everything going on. There we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we are excited. We're going to be talking to the Houston Water, Garden, and Pond Tour. It's presented by the Houston Pond Society in cooperation with the Lone Star Koi Club. It's going to be taking place Saturday, May 4th, and Saturday, May 11th. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and a great opportunity for people to see some beautiful ponds and landscaping. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So why? Why ponds? Because, I might be a little facetious when I say this, but I'm not going around and saying I want to look at ponds.
Okay.
But why? Yeah, that's what I want to know is why.
Kurt, you're so mean.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm
You know
just
what? Should I turn his... Do you want me to kick him out of here?
No, that's quite all right. I can answer that perfectly.
Give me the word, and I'll do it. I've been waiting all morning. Okay.
Ponds soothe your soul.
Okay.
You have got all of God creations in one small area. You've got the water, you've got the heat from the sun, you've got the wind, you've got your animals, you've got your plants, fish, birds, bees, butterflies, dragonflies. It is the most calming area in my yard.
How big is your pond?
My pond is on the smaller scale. It's less than 1,000 gallons. But like I said, my son hand dug that for me when he was 18. So, and I do have a very small yard.
Yeah, Kurt, there's nothing wrong with small yards people have. So 1,000 gallons sounds big to me. What's considered like a big pond?
Well, we have some that are over 50,000 gallons.
Okay, I
On
can
the
see
tour.
that. That's huge.
It is. It's like a small lake.
Okay, is there something comparable in size? Like, because I'm thinking, gallons. It's weird for me, but is it like as big as like maybe a generic kitchen, or like is it as big as like this room? Like, what is about the size of your
I
pond?
would say that there's a couple of ponds that are twice the size of this room.
Okay.
And some of them only go 2 to 3 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them go as deep as 6 to 8 feet.
Mm-hmm. My grandma, she lived in Angleton until she recently moved to the area over here, and she had a pond. They're out there in Brazoria County off of like one of the county roads, and I think she may have dug the pond out there, but man, she had these beautiful, I think they were even just goldfish that just got huge, because if you put them in there, sometimes they'll get massive.
Oh, yes. Goldfish grow and grow and grow and grow.
How cool is that these fish will grow to their environment?
It is. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that doesn't even make like I guess turtles and some other things are the same way, and it makes me wonder about people too. Not necessarily like in size, but like you're only going to be, you may be limited by your environment or by the attitude that people tell you and stuff too. So it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
That's why it's important, like with these kids we had in with the Boy Scouts of America, getting them the idea is like, hey, you can be an entrepreneur, like get your wheels turning, and it kind of just, because you may not outgrow your environment, but we need to do the best we can. Curt, do you know what kind of fish a koi fish is?
I was actually just looking it up. I remember a koi fish from the Henry Dorley Zoo in Omaha. They have this lake that you could like go over this bridge and feed these fish, and they're massive orange koi. There's hundreds and thousands of these koi that line that.
This is them, the koi fish? Does that look like koi fish?
Yes.
They're massive.
They are.
Do you have a bunch of orange ones or?
I have some orange ones. I have some white ones. I have some yellow ones. I have some orange, white, and black ones. I have some black and orange ones. I have 8 different koi, and that's all my pond will sustain, and that's all I want to take care of.
Yeah.
There are. My largest fish is probably 20 inches.
Wow.
And that's tip to tail. And the tail is half the fish. I've got a fish with almost 11-inch tail.
Really?
Yes.
And is it just kind of like flow in the water?
It does.
Seems like art.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So I mentioned my grandma's pond earlier. So here's what happened there. So the pond was beautiful, landscaping, garden. It looked awesome. I think there was even like a little fountain, these humongous, beautiful fish. But after a while, like I mentioned, she lived on the county road in Angleton, and it's kind of country wild. Something got in there, and it ended up taking the fish. How do you protect your fish to make sure that there's nothing coming and trying to disrupt their environment?
Oh, there's lots of things you can do for that. In the middle of the country, you're a lot more wide open.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of predators out there. Mine, I put a sail up over a sun sail over my pond, so to protect it so that the birds flying over the top can't see down inside of it, and it prevents the birds of prey from coming in, swooping and picking them up just because of its location.
Okay.
It's located in a corner with 2 tall fences meeting back behind it. It's got a gazebo. It's got the sail. I'm never going to get a bird of prey to come in and pick up my koi because it's inconvenient for them.
Yeah. They would have to really go out of their way.
At one point, about 4 or 5 years ago, I had at Christmas time, I had a giant blue heron. I don't know if you've seen one of those, but they can get to 3.5 to 4 foot tall.
Wow.
I had one find my pond and start fishing. And I would see little bits of fish all over my yard. Or he'd spear one, decide he didn't want that one, leave it out, and spear another one. So that's when I started taking precautions and covering the pond and making it so that it was inconvenient to birds of prey.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I've seen those, I guess, that happen before in a pond area. I don't hate ponds.
Sounds like you do.
I don't. I love ponds.
You just have not had the experience of the zen that the pond
Did you fall in a
provides.
pond when you were a kid or something?
I don't hate ponds.
I think you fell in a pond.
I don't hate ponds. I love ponds.
Can
I
you
think they're
swim?
Great. I swim fantastic.
He probably struggled in a pond. I actually fell in a pond once whenever I was a kid. This was at my sister's friend's house, and it was nice. They had a little pond. I don't think they had any fish in it, but I was just too close to the edge, and I went, psh. They're like, stand up. I'm like, oh. I was 6 or something like that. But either way, I'll never forget that. And that's a memory I have with the pond.
Well, Curt, we do have one of the ponds that's on the tour on the 11th is a certified natural habitat. They had to go through years of tweaking their environment and making it so that they can get certified as a natural habitat. And this is for the bird. They can't use any type of pesticides. This is for birds, fish, animals. All wildlife are welcome. You don't, and they've got a certification for that. We are rebuilding habitats that the housing industry and the marketing industry has destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
These things. I get thousands of dragonflies around my little bitty pond for 2 weeks every year. They use it as a breeding ground. And
Is it the water? It just attracts them, or
it's
what?
the water plants. I have a bog, a natural bog area that, okay, not natural, I built it. But the plants in there, I've made so that they can lay their eggs and the eggs hatch, and I get baby dragonflies. And it's amazing. I have butterflies, I have geckos, I have water spiders. I don't have a problem with fleas or mosquitoes or ticks or anything in my yard because I've got all the natural predators there.
Which are the dragonflies and all of those other bugs.
Yes,
that eat
and I
that
get the
stuff.
bats that come by at night.
Ooh.
Oh, I hate bats. That's one thing I do hate. Ponds, okay, but bats, not okay.
Oh, I was thinking of putting in a bat house this year.
So what does that entail?
A bat house?
Yes.
They sell them on the internet, and you just find the right area in or around your house, and you hang it up, and the bats will, and you put the bait in there, and the bats will gravitate. A decent sized house will hold probably 50 to 75 bats, and they eat 2,000 to 3,000 mosquitoes every night each.
Wow. So that would be a good way to have mosquito repellent from your property.
That's correct.
Okay.
But right now they're nesting in the trees across from my house.
But they're close.
They're close enough.
So they are eating some of the mosquito population in that area
They
as it
are.
is. Okay, cool.
If they're like, you know how people have spider phobias? It's what, arachnophobia?
He has pond phobia.
No, I have bat phobia.
due to the bats.
I hate bats. There's no way I could ever own a bat house.
Do you like Batman?
I used to have a bat house. It was in my attic, and they would fall down the walls and climb their way back up in the middle. Oh, no.
Well, you see, if you'd had a bat house attached to the outside of the house, they never would have done that, and you wouldn't have the phobia.
Dropping facts, knowledge, the more you know.
I can't even go, like, you know, when you go to the zoo, they have, like, bats as, like, an exhibit. No, not for me. Not for me.
Curt, you know, sometimes you just need to face what it is that's potentially holding you back. You could be, I don't know.
I can do snakes. I can do spiders. I can do some cockroaches, but I can never do bats.
Okay, well, he can't do bats. We're talking about the Houston Water Garden and Pond Tour. There's a picture right here. Which pond is this? Is this one of yours?
That is one that is on the 4th. That's the one on Neptune Avenue that's being done on the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's owned by a gentleman named Scott. And every time I go to his house, I end up with pond envy. It is
It's a real thing.
amazing. He's got so many wonderful features that he had built into his pond. He has a bottom drain, so he doesn't have to vacuum it. He has a skimmer, so he doesn't have to skim the top of it. He's got beautiful filters that are back behind his waterfall, so he doesn't have to sit there and dig his filters out of the pond like I do. And but his pond is also about 4 times the size of mine. It takes up almost his entire backyard. He's got bamboo, he's got flowers, he's got seating areas. It's a very wonderful, cool environment. The temperature from the front of his house to the back of his house in the summer goes down about 10 degrees because of the cooling environment in his backyard.
Wow. Do people ever go swimming in any of these ponds?
Well, you can, but it's really not good for the fish.
Okay.
You've got oils and everything on your skin that's not really compatible in that type of enclosed environment. That's why when you go snorkeling or scuba diving, they tell you not to touch the fish or the turtles because the oils from our skin are not really good for them.
Does everybody who has a pond, it's kind of like a given, like, well, yeah, I'm going to have fish? Or are there some ponds out there that don't have fish?
There are several ponds out there that deliberately do not have fish. They prefer to cultivate the plants, the water lilies and the cattails and the other water plants, and just have that type of environment. Of course, they end up with fish. volunteers drop from the birds
Yeah.
or just
Drainage, all kinds of
Yes.
things just happen.
so. But most of us do intentionally put small fish in that are called mosquito fish that eat all the mosquito larvae, so we don't have a mosquito issue in our backyards.
Okay.
We do have some of the ponds that are dedicated solely to fish that have no plants. They look more like swimming pools, and their fish are massive. Some of these people actually show their koi in koi shows.
How do they have to transport the koi?
Yes, they do.
Is that dangerous?
No, they've got it down to a science. I've not seen how they do it. I've not been to a koi show yet, but that's kind of on my bucket list.
Wow. So koi show, you can like enter your koi into the competition, and what are they looking for? That tail?
No, that is actually an anomaly, and that's not considered a real koi. It's a butterfly.
Okay.
I don't know what they're looking for, and maybe somebody out there listening can check in on Facebook and give me an idea of what they're doing and looking for when they judge the koi, because I have no idea. I've not done that.
She's trying
yet.
to get the inside scoop.
If you're a judge, let us know.
Let us know.
Here's a question I've always had, because you mentioned, about 1,000 gallons. Your pond is 1,000 gallons. I think you said this gentleman is about 4,000.
Yes.
And there's some that get to be like 10,000.
Yes,
So
50,000.
50,000. At what point does it stop becoming a pond and it become its own little lake? Is there like a size?
No. You decide it's a pond. It's a pond.
Okay.
If
So could you call it?
we have a gentleman up in Magnolia. He is not on the tour this year. He has previous commitments, but he has 3 natural ponds, and he does have a pond that he built at the front of his property.
Mm-hmm.
When the fish that are in the one that he built gets too big, he releases them and buys smaller fish. He
Okay.
releases them to the bigger ponds in the back, which are natural, which are thousands and thousands of gallons, which you'd look like, you're going through the woods and you see this small miniature lake. That's what his property's like.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
But could you call yours a lake? You see what I'm saying? Like, if that's the only thing keeping it, like I have a pond, I was like, nope, now I have a lake. Just because it's a mindset, I suppose.
It is.
Okay.
It is. We do, you have your natural ponds, and then you have your man-made ponds that require the filtration, the cleaning, the aeration. If you've got fish and you've got a small area, you need to have aeration. I have 2 waterfalls and 2 fountains that aerate the water and get lots of oxygen in there.
Okay.
That's awesome. Hey, I have to ask this question, and it's more of a statement than anything. I love Houston because there's so much to do.
There is.
If I wanted to go throw axes at Axe Masters, I can. If I wanted to go and get a bite to eat from Sloppy Nick's, I can. If I wanted to go and look at ponds from the Houston Pond Society, I can.
Yes.
There's just so much that you can do in our area. Is the tour the best way to go and look at ponds, or is there? How do you go?
It is. We offer it once a year. We were unable to have it last year due to Harvey, but we offer it once a year. It's a great way to. It's actually fabulous for kids. Kids just love it. It's a great family event. You can do one Saturday or both Saturdays. The ticket, $10 per adult, is good for both weekends. And the children are free. They can come. They can look at the ponds. You can answer questions. A lot of parents are very concerned about children around ponds, and they have a good reason to be. Kids get real excited, but my grandchildren have only once has they fallen in, and that was one granddaughter deliberately pushed the other granddaughter.
Oh, no.
We were all right there.
Yeah.
But she was being a brat that day. I have had this pond for over 20 years, and my oldest grandchild is now 16. And except for that one incident, we have never had a child in that pond unintentionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've taught 2 of my grandsons to snorkel in that pond.
Wow. That's
So
pretty cool.
it's a small combined area that's got fun fish on the bottom that they can look at, and it was a good way to introduce them to snorkeling. But I only did that 4 times. Like I said, being in there with the fish is not really good for the fish.
The Houston Water Garden and Pond Tour. How many years has this been going on?
This has been going on, to my knowledge, for almost 20 years.
Wow.
Last year we couldn't have it. Most of the ponds were devastated due to Harvey, and some of them are not rebuilt and will never be rebuilt. We had a gentleman, his pond had been in his family for generations, and they had raised koi, and he had 4-foot koi that were huge, big around, and the whole thing flooded, and they washed away down the road. There was no way to save them. And
sad.
so
You think about-
generations
all
were
the work,
lost.
all the work that goes into that.
I know it was more devastating for the people that lost their lives and their homes and everything, but this was his family's livelihood for generations, and it's gone. So,
Yeah.
but we're back up and running. Like I said, we've got 19 homes this year on the tour. On I-10 South, we have on May 4th we have 8. And we have 11 I-10 North on the 11th.
Okay. So, yeah, splitting it up into 2 different sections because, like we said earlier, Houston's so big. It kind of makes sense.
It's huge. It's going from 225 out in Pasadena all the way out to 288 in Pearland. It goes from Clear Lake, Friendswood area all the way down to Lamarck. And
Which one are you most looking forward to seeing?
I'm not going to get to visit any of the ponds on the 4th because I'm hosting. So, but on the 11th, I'm planning on, there's 2 of them that I have not seen, and they're part of the Water Garden Society. They do have koi, but I've never been to their pond, so I'm going to be going specifically to see them.
Okay. So, to see some of the new ones.
See some of the ones I have not been blessed to see yet.
Is there a place on the internet where you can see pictures of maybe what to expect, or is it just like you need to get the ticket if you want to see the show?
Well, I've been posting on Facebook a lot on the Houston Koi Club Facebook page. I've been posting videos of my pond, so you can see that. There are several people on that Facebook page. You can go in and look. You can see what they've done with their ponds. And I'm sure it's true for the Water Society also on their Facebook page.
Okay. So, Facebook's the best place to go to check it out. And I guess at HoustonPondSociety.org or LoneStarKoi.com, you can go find out information about the tours and probably see some pictures of some really cool places.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And the tickets are available at any of the houses on the tour. You can just pick whichever one is closest to your house, start there. You will get a ticket and a brochure that has all of the ponds listed. Some of them, this one's cute. Can you show this to the Facebook? That's a bubble that goes up over the pond, that's installed in the pond, and you feed your fish, and the fish go up and they eat in the bubble so you can see them.
So the fish will go up there, and then you can drop it right in, and they'll be able to. Well, that's pretty cool. 'Cause it's almost like a little fish bowl.
It is.
And
it's
I
a
guess-
fish bowl on top of your pond.
And that water just kind of goes up in there because of the water pressure and the way that works. That's really cool.
So that's on one of the ponds on the tour. I'm not going to tell you which one.
you got to check them all. All right. If you could share to somebody why they should come to this, what would that reason be?
Okay, put me on the spot. I would say it is a very unique day. It is charming. All of the pond owners are will talk your ear off about a pond. You can take your kids, have a great family day. It's just a wonderful way to spend a Saturday. If you're not doing something like going to watch JJ at Minute Maid Park.
Yeah, the charity softball.
Yes.
You know,
we've got good competition for this year.
My other question, what is it about the pond, about the environment that makes it so peaceful?
You've got your water running, you've got the flow of the fish, you've got the plants and the shade. Most of them are in shade, and it's just back in the 1960s, they used to call it earthing. You would have your air earth, wind, and fire.
Fire.
And it was called earthing.
Okay.
It is the most natural way to relax your entire body. You just, after 20 minutes at my pond, any anger I've had, any stress, any anxiety, they're gone.
Do you usually take like a book with you, or do you just sit there for 20 minutes?
Doing
and look
yoga, stretching, sitting,
Okay, that's actually work.
art.
I have a swing out at a gazebo by my pond, and my son built that for me too. And I just sit in my swing and I watch my fish.
I need to let Kurt go. Would you be? I mean, Kurt, we need to get you a ticket so that way you can go sit at her house by the pond, so we can de-stress you, and then we come back and we get some work done.
You can bring your girlfriend. The swing's big enough for
Look
two.
at his smile he got. He got
I
so big he was like,
know.
oh, now you're talking.
You can hold hands and swing.
Get de-stressed.
You know that song,
Yay.
Just a Swingin'?
Yeah, I know that one.
You know, there are 2 times now today where you have said that I have like Hulk-like anger issues.
Just the look at
That
the
I-
camera can't capture that
I
other
don't
eye.
understand.
That other eye. Sometimes he just gives me this look, and I'm like, "Hey, Kurt, can we work on this?" And he's like, "I'm playing Words with Friends with my girlfriend." I'm like, "Okay,
I have never done that.
I'll back off. I'll back
never
off."
done that.
You are definitely welcome at the tour. You can start at my house. You can start anywhere here in Lamarck. There's one right up the street behind Buc-ee's.
Awesome.
That is it. Pastor Helm's pond.
He doesn't have a pond,
Oh, okay.
so that would make it pretty much impossible for him to be on the tour.
I didn't know what was back there.
Yeah, well, I would love to go check out some of those, especially if there's some in Lamarck. That's really cool.
What are? Is there some other like? Can you give us a location of one of the ponds in Lamarck? Do you have that?
We should build a pond here.
I was just about ready to say. I feel like if we had a relaxing pond, maybe in Champions Hall, we would be able to relax before we come and do the show.
Or just to get rid of the mosquitoes alone. Think about that. Think about that. We get some of the dragonflies just to eat, and then we get bats. But then you would be upset because they eat 2,000 to 3,000 mosquitoes a night. Come on, man.
Okay, let's see. We have one in Dickinson on Holland Avenue. That's at 13402 Holland Avenue in Dickinson. There's another one at 12106 Milam Circle in Santa Fe.
See, these are very close.
And we have another one, 4727 Quillback Drive, Friendswood, Texas. That's mine.
There you go. The best one, of course.
Of course. To my knowledge, it's the only one with the swing out there by with its own little prayer garden next to the pond. The one that you were asking about on the front of the flyer there, that's 1650 Neptune in Houston. That's in Clear Lake.
Awesome. I have a quick question before we run out of time. I see we got about a couple minutes here. Is it expensive to own a pond, and what kind of budget should you guys be? If someone was saying, "Hey, I want to have a pond in my backyard," what kind of budget are you looking at, roughly? Because I know you've probably spent years working on this pond.
I have. The good rule of thumb as far as budget and size of the pond is build it, figure out what you want, figure out what you can spend, and then double it. Because the number one complaint from everybody who is a first-time pond builder, I should have made it bigger. Because it costs more to increase the size later. Do your homework. Come on the pond tour. It's absolutely stunning. You'll see ponds of every different size, shape, whether you want just the soothing water, whether you want the fish, whether you want a natural environment, whether you want a more formal environment to go with a more formal garden style. We've got it all. You can talk to all of the, if you're impressed with one, you can set it up and go talk to the homeowner at another time with a contractor that you've chosen just to get more information. These pond owners are more than willing to give information.
Do you think someone would get mad if someone came out there with the contractor and was taking pictures like, we're going to redo this entire pond setup, but we're doing it in my backyard. Or would that be like an honor?
Oh, that would be an honor to me. That would be an honor. Scott would be honored to do it. Any of our people. David Pinder, he's the president of the Koi Club. He lives up north. He's the last one listed for May 11th. He has got an amazing setup. He also is the president of the Reef Club, and he grows coral reefs on his property.
That's cool.
So you get a 2-for-1 there. You get the salt water, you get the fresh water, you get breeding, you get, it's amazing.
Very cool. It's 10 o'clock. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. If you want to find out more information, you can go to HoustonPondSociety.org or LoneStarKoi.com. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. This was wonderful.
This is Kickstart. Coming up next, we're going to have some Bethel. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about small events in Lamarck. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. This is the best way you can start your morning every morning, 8:30 to 11, Monday through Friday. Stay tuned. We have some really cool stuff coming up here in a bit. It's KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Nice job.
Thanks.
That was like
It wasn't my best, but it was a 20-second rampy. For the Rampy Awards.
For the Rampy Awards. Oh, man, we need to have those Rampy Awards. We need to sit down this week and map out the categories for the Rampies. We're going to be giving away awards.
Best pond?
Best pond.
Thank you.
The Rampy for Best Pond.
These are your free tickets.
Boom. All right.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Did I just show them this and be like, hey, I'm already
That is
good?
your ticket to get into any pond on the pond.
Okay. So this is like the VIP status
Is
for
there
the
a
pond.
time?
It is from
10 to 5.
10 to 5.
10 to 5.
10 to 5. You just show up at the house and be like,
Just
what's
show
up?
At any house.
And it has it all mapped out in here, and
Yes,
you'll be
this
able to
is
go
an
in.
addendum,
Okay.
that has. Is that it?
Oh, I like this. Is this like a little well, or that's part of the pond?
That was constructed at a school.
Nice.
Yeah, these are the extra ponds.
My wife wants to do some stuff in our backyard, and she wants to do like bricking and concreting and some extra
This is
stuff.
a list of all the ponds.
Okay. Awesome.
I printed this out for extra tickets because I've only got 10 of those.
Okie doke.
But
Well, thank you so much.
you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Yeah, the calming pond. I think if I had a pond, I would definitely want the bats.
Oh, my gosh. Just to keep me away
I would need
from
the
your
bat
house.
house.
All right, check out my Facebook page.
Uh-huh.
You will see the video I put up of
Yeah.
my pond.
See, I would definitely want the bats. I would want the garden and some fish. You know, I want the stuff that grows in the water,
Yes.
and I
have
like
that.
like beautiful colors. And I would definitely want the sound, like, because I was thinking about how calming that would be. It'd be so good. Thank you for coming on.
I guess
Let me know, hey, if you're watching on Facebook, what would you want in your pond? What would be like, this is what I need. This is the whole reason I'm getting a pond. Is it the sound? Is it the scene? Is it the animals or the wildlife? I don't know. I think the fish would be really cool because they can get huge, and then, I don't know, they're just really cool, and they become like pets. They become like pets out there. So that's something that I had not really thought about. The people who have had landscaping and the people who have had gardens and ponds and even lakes, and then after Harvey came, it destroyed it, and some people weren't able to rebuild, and those are things that were placed down from generation to generation. So I know there's still people out there rebuilding from Harvey. If you know somebody who is, always try and reach out a helping hand in whatever way possible. But there's people that still don't have like their houses back, or not even in their houses. So it's always important to try and keep a grasp on that. So it's 10:04, and we're gonna be talking about small events in Lamarck. So we went and filmed last week, talking about Shine on Lamarck, showing off everything Lamarck has to offer. And this is definitely one of the really cool things that Lamarck has. So we're going to be talking about it. Karen's talking about what she would want. The scene and the fish, but no sound. Can't stand the noise of running water. How are you doing?
Drip.
You doing good today?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
We were just talking about the Houston Pond Society,
That is so cool.
and my grandma had a pond. I fell in a pond when I was a kid at a different place, but I don't have a pond. Is that something you would ever want? Like, they said it's kind of calming.
It
You ever
is.
thought about that?
Yes, it's just like being on vacation.
Ooh.
Like walking out to being on vacation.
Constant vacation.
Yes.
Who wouldn't like that?
Away from everything.
Yeah.
Drama can be going on, but when you walk outside, go to the pond and sit there, it's like time just freezes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whenever we talk about vacation, it always seems like it's a special occasion. You know, you don't always live on vacation, you know, so it's nice to have that little getaway at your house. But like, I think about vacations, and then I think about special events like you host, whether that's like anniversary parties or that is like birthday parties or weddings, anniversaries. What is it about these special like occasions that just make them, I guess, so important?
So, a lot of back in the days, people would do events at home. It was popular. You had something, a birthday party, you do it at the house. Nowadays, things have changed a whole lot with events. Some events people go all the way out for.
Yeah.
And then you have some events that people just, they wish they can do, but they can't afford to do it.
Yeah. And that's whenever you're able to come in
Absolutely.
and help give people an affordable option.
Right.
And can you let everybody know before we go on the FM? We have about 3 minutes and we'll go on the FM. You know, where you're located.
1215 First Street. I am right by Lamarck Police Station. I am in the same in shopping strip as Benito's next to Razor Sharp Barbershop.
Are you in Benito's like every single day?
So I love Benito's. I like to catch their lunch special.
They're buffet, right?
Yep, it's a buffet.
Man, you
just
can't
sit
go
there.
wrong.
You can't. You just go in. They've been around forever.
Yeah.
Food hasn't changed, good quality. I go in there and slide in there and eat all the way until I can't get anything else. And then I get out of there.
I feel like it's dangerous being that close, though. It's just like, hey, you know, I have to stay looking good. You know, I want to stay looking good.
Right.
But you know what? These enchiladas taste so good.
They are.
So, and they're literally unlimited.
Right.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, Benito's. And I went in Benito's on Friday, and I had some dish, and they brought out like 8 plates, and I was like, what? And it was $8, and I was like, oh man,
Affordable. Yeah,
What a
it
deal.
Can be clean. Yes.
it was great.
Yes.
So I saw him on Friday night because we had an event that was going on, right? And I was like, looking at him, I said, you got cheese on your shirt, you got cheese on your pants. You went to Benito's without me? That's okay. That's forgivable.
Benito's
But you
is good.
didn't even bring any Benitos for me? Like, at least bring me like an enchilada in your pocket or something, you know?
Right. Yeah, and they keep it going. They keep bringing you clean plates, so you can't help. You can put
Yeah.
something else on here. Yes.
Man, they've been around for a long time. You know, right here in Lamarck. You yourself, where are you from?
I'm from Lamarck.
You're from Lamarck.
Yes.
And I know we talked a little bit because we did a Shine on Lamarck, and you were talking about your dad.
Yes.
He, you know, being in business in Lamarck as well.
Right. My dad owned Beep Beep Beepers. Everybody knows him. So being raised in a business of entrepreneur, I loved it. You know, he worked extremely hard, but he cared about everything. He cared about people, and he got a chance to expand. And
That's awesome.
something that carried on with me.
Yeah. And we had some people in the first part of our show where there were some kids where they're doing something called Lemonade Day, and they're trying to teach these kids at a young age that they can be an entrepreneur selling lemonade. You build a stand, get the
can.
product, and then you put it out there. And you kind of had that yourself, but it was just from your dad.
Right.
Passed
right,
down.
Right.
You know, and that made a huge impact on you?
Yes, it did.
All right.
Spent a lot of time there.
So we got 39 seconds, and then we can go on again. But, I mean, we're excited to drop that Shine on Lamarck video. We're going to be dropping that right here on Facebook, and you're going to be able to share that out if you'd like to, and you'll find information how you can get a hold and book your own event
Absolutely.
at small events. So we got 20 seconds left. So, hey, if you're watching on Facebook, share this video out. Let us know. Have you been to an event at small events? If not, why not? Why not? It's right across from the police station, close to Benito's in downtown Lamarck. And here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we just got done talking about the Houston Pond Society, about an event that's taking place here in May.
I'm excited that they gave us tickets to go. I'm going to have to go on May 11th and go and check out some of these ponds. There's a lot that's going on. You know, we don't have a pond around here, but I know of a place maybe where they could add a pond in the backyard.
Okay.
And that's at small events.
Oh, small events. That would be a nice addition, a little pond back there.
Oh yeah.
You could have then you could like rent out your space for like senior photos.
I would change the whole thing if I had a pond back there.
Yeah.
And not lose a lot of health stress into it.
So how are you doing today? Can you introduce yourself and then say the name of your business?
Hello, my name is Tracy Steens. I'm the owner of Small Events in Lamarck.
All right. So small events. What kind of things take place at small events right there in Lamarck?
There's a lot of things in that one building that takes place, from birthday parties, gender reveals, dance practice, yoga, funeral repasts, gender reveals. There's a whole lot of things that happens in there.
Yeah.
Brunches. We just did a movie premiere that was amazing to see set up in there. It transformed so quickly from events. There's a lot that goes on into that small building.
Yeah, I think it's cool because you're really limited by the creativity of what somebody has. So they can come in and make it whatever they want. So if they have an idea about an event that maybe you haven't done before, are you open to it as long as it lines up with your values and everything?
Right. There will be my first bachelorette party coming this weekend. That's something I've never done in there. Something we did do recently was a wedding in there. Seeing that come to life. You know, a lot of my events I don't hang around to see because I try to give the renter the space. But the wedding just brought tears to my eyes. Seeing that, just
The pictures and everything?
just seeing it and
Wow.
seeing them getting ready in their preparation for it.
Why small events? I love the name. It's interesting. And after shooting the video and being there, I understand it.
Right.
But can you tell our listening audience and the people on our Facebook about why small events?
So small events is different from any other event hall. It's a small building and it's 3 rooms under one roof. It's small events because when you go in there, it's small. But then as you walk the building and start seeing, hey, what's the capacity? 50 people. And to see, okay, I see how I get 50 people in here. Oh, you have a serving room. Oh, you have a kitchen. And people coming in and say, oh, yes, this is perfect. People call me saying, hey, I don't like a lot of space. Because when people go in and they have to do a lot of decorating, it start changes expense and all that. So when
Yeah.
they come to the building, they say, oh, this is perfect. The painting, it looks good in here. You got the wooden floors that look good in here. They come in there, oh, this is easy to fix. Oh, this is
Yeah.
easy.
You know, one of the things that I've noticed about events, whether that's a birthday party or that is anything really, if you invite someone to your house, you don't know what time that thing's going to end.
No.
You know, let's say, hey, we're having people over at 1 o'clock and you're in your head, you're like, okay, I got to prepare everything. Then I got to clean up and do everything. So, 1 and hopefully people leave at 3.
Right.
But for you, it's like, hey, I'm 1 to 3. Hey, that's my time, guys. We got to
That's
go.
it.
It was a great time, everybody.
That's
I'll see
it.
y'all next year,
That's it.
tomorrow, the weekend, whatever, right?
Right.
And so that's one of the benefits of going somewhere. So that way you don't have to worry about people being there till like 9, 10,
And
11.
clean up and expense. That's
Yeah.
different. When it's like I'm gonna do cheaper and I'm gonna do it at home. Well, you end up going fix things that's been broken forever. You end up getting things broken in your home from guests that you didn't know about. But when you go into a building, it's already ready, set, go.
Yes.
There are plenty of options I saw, at least inside of that small event. Can you tell us a little bit about like the food and stuff and how people, like, can you bring food to this event?
Yes. So people bring caterers in. A lot of people I've partnered with already. So people, hey, who do I go to for this? Who do I go to for that? And we bring them in. They'll come in. If it's something that they ask us to extend out our services, we'll do it. But most of them, they just bring in.
And why downtown Lamarck?
Downtown Lamarck is perfect. We used to do Fair in the Square there back in the days. It was popular.
What is that? You mentioned that during the video, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
Fair in the Square. Oh, that's the good old days. So in Fair in the Square, as kids, we would come out there and they would have popcorn. They would have rides. They'll have everything. Parents used to drop us off. It was safe. Okay, right next to the police station, but safe. Go out there and it's like a fair that go on, and we look forward to it all my childhood. And downtown Lamarck, I'm excited that it's changing, that we're bringing in those other businesses and the taco stands. And what I really love is the dedication to all the business owners around. We're like a family on this trip.
So, it was literally like a like a fairground.
Yes.
We should do something like that again. Just block off the streets on our own and just do it.
Should we ask the city or the
No.
police? They'll be like, "What are y'all
No.
doing out here?"
I can see that coming. You know? I can see it.
No.
Yes.
Be like, Colleen, well,
Yes.
you know who we are.
She's looking out her window.
Slide.
Guys, what
We'll
are
start
y'all
on the front
doing?
of our sidewalk.
Oh, Colleen. Yeah, her offices is right down there as well. So we
Right,
probably
right.
couldn't get away with it.
They have a lot of stuff planned for downtown Lamarck, and I would not be surprised if that was one of the ideas tossed around. You know, they're waiting for those places that are getting built out, those other businesses in, and then I could see that happening,
will.
becoming a reality again, bringing that back, that feel.
It would be good.
Colleen is with the Lamarck Economic Development Corporation. She's kind of our connection with the city of
She's
Lamarck.
amazing.
For those who are listening on our FM or on our Facebook who don't know who Colleen Merritt is, talk about working with the city to open up your business, because this is new. What was that like?
The city was very cooperative. I'm a previous business owner before, so I already knew the stipulations and how the walkthrough was going to be. So going in and opening a new business and transitioning, the city has been wonderful with me. Going in from the fire marshal, all the inspections and coming in and then walkthrough. It was the same standards as any other one, you know, going in and no cutting corners, but just coming in, walking, making sure everything is right. And their follow-up time was good. Coming right on in when they said they were coming in, walk the building, and being able to release. They have been so supportive of everything.
Can you talk about that transition? Because I believe you were in that building, but it was a different business, and then you kind of made a switch, you know, for the reasons. Can you share what happened?
So I was in the building. I've been at this actual location for 7 years. 5 years was a store. I had D&T Taylor Gang, and I did that. And also in Channelview, I had a flea market. So I was running two businesses over from here in Lamarck and Channelview, the flea market. As time changed, I started wanting to keep up with time, so I started having my business online and selling things online. So it's me going from Channelview, D&T, and then being online. And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that would be able to keep up with time, because nowadays people shopping online and it's so easy. So I knew that I would have to change. So after praying and asking God, what do you want me to do? What can I do different? I feel that's something different, but I don't know what it is. And switching over, and one day I said, an event center. And it was been on my heart for the event center. And making that change, I have been busy. I am booked all the way through July. I have been busy nonstop. And some of the things that I thought that it was just going to be basic birthday parties in there, no, it has turned into everything, with the gender reveals, the funeral repast, the movie premieres, all those different things in there. You know, I'm excited when people call and book, and I'm like, what kind of event are you having? You know.
So this might be a weird question, but what is a funeral repast? I don't know what that is.
Okay, so a funeral repast is a lot of, when people pass away, they want to go eat after the funeral. And some of them, we have memorials in there set up where people didn't have money to be able to have a full funeral, and they may have done cremation. So they'll call us and say, hey, we want to meet someone with family and have a repast.
Yeah.
So we do those setups for them. So we'll go in, open the building up early and allow the family to come in, bring food, have a setup time. They'll bring a big old picture of the family member, and they'll come in and they'll celebrate.
It's like a memorial honoring the
It is-
person
it
and
is.
have time with the family.
And we transition with it.
Yeah.
They've come in and they've brought in musicians to come in and play music and things
Celebrating their life and memory in an honorable way, and having a
Right.
a good family
and
gathering.
still be able to have it, even though they may not be able to afford to have the big funeral.
Yeah.
But to come together and to see that, it's a different occasion, a different feel. But at the end of the day, all the families together and they're happy to be able to celebrate that they were able to give that family member.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity and service that you're providing, because things happen and sometimes you don't expect,
Oh, no.
and it's so expensive to do those things, and whenever you can make it work, where you're at and on a budget and get a good value and
Right.
still honor that person, that's really, really good.
It's 10:19. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM, also on KHEARadio.com. Hey, if you're watching on Facebook right now, that's KHEA Radio. Go ahead and share this video out, like it, leave a comment, ask a question for us. We have a lot going on. The more you share this out, the better. We're able to influence lives. So share this video if you can, please.
Yeah, my a question that I have: how has the community been towards you? Have they been accepting? I feel like you are part of the community because you're in Lamarck. So,
Oh yeah, this community, this is home for me.
Yeah.
I am a diehard Lamarck citizen. I am proud to be from Lamarck, born, raised. I'm still in Lamarck. I live in Lamarck. I have a business in Lamarck. I have a daughter graduating from Lamarck. Lamarck is everything to me.
yeah, has it been easy to have a business in Lamarck?
It is. It is. A lot of people say that it can be tough, but I am so surprised with all my supporters. They're from everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere, all ages, everywhere.
We had talked a little bit about giving back to the community, and I think you did an event last year that's a big deal, and you're going to be doing it again this year. Can you share what's going on?
So Juneteenth of Lamarck, what we're doing last year, we did it, but I didn't do it alone. My partner, Larry Washington, he's the next door neighbor from me in my business with Razor Sharp. Larry and I got together and we hosted an event last year in the back of our building. It was Juneteenth. We had DJ, we had constables, we had food trucks, we had everything there last year. The event went really well. We were excited about being able to host Juneteenth of Lamarck. And then to come and get a proclamation from the mayor meant everything to us. It was recognized. We appreciate it so much. And this year, we're taking it to another level. So we'll be having another one this year on June 22nd.
Is it going to be at the same location, or are y'all doing somewhere else?
Right next to Lamarck Library, where the gazebo is, that whole
Yes.
field out there. Yes, we're doing it out there, and it's going to be on.
So it's going to be even bigger, it
Yes.
sounds like, than last year.
It is. It's growing. And
Wow.
I can't wait till next year.
Is that
Yes.
important to be a part of something like that in the community?
This
for you?
culture is very important. It has to be done. It's necessary. But just seeing the faces and the celebration, it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I guess the city and the mayor to come out there,
Yes.
that has to feel good too.
Right. I'll be out there to start it. We have a great program. We have the best of the best that's going to be on the lineup. So I'm excited about that. And the biggest line dance at 12 o'clock, a community line dance.
All right.
It's going to be so fun.
So there's going to be
fun.
music and DJs and everything out there.
Music, DJ, poets, spoken word, everything is out there. We have a great lineup going on.
When you mention dancing, and especially specifically line dancing, what song and what dance is it? Because this guy right here is he's like the line dancing king.
I want to see you out there.
Yeah.
I want to see you out
Copperhead
there.
Road, man. Where it's at.
I don't know what line dance are you going to be doing.
Right. So the popular line dance that everybody loves, the cubic shuffle, we have to do the cubic shuffle.
I think you do that one.
You got that one?
shuffle. Yeah.
Yeah. Then after that, then we'll be doing the wobble. That's important. We have to do that.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Right.
12 o'clock that day. They're going to be doing the line dancing.
All
It's going to
of
be Juneteenth celebration over there right by the Lamarck Library.
Right.
I grew up in Lamarck. I moved to Lamarck when I was about 11 years old. And, I enjoy it. My parents live in Lamarck, still in the same house, and then my sister lives in Lamarck.
Right.
I moved up a little bit further north, but I work in Lamarck. We're here. KHEA Radio is a part of Lamarck, so it's really important for me to help spotlight and show all these awesome businesses in Lamarck and encourage.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And thank you for your support. We appreciate it.
What do
We're
you
not
think
going
Lamarck
nowhere.
needs? Like, is there any other businesses that we can use right now?
I'm looking forward to a baked potato food truck. That's what we need. Let me
Ooh.
tell it. That's what we need. I think we need that. A baked potato food truck. I mean, everywhere I go, I think I'm just the biggest fan of baked potatoes. I love baked potatoes. And I have to drive all the way to Houston to go get the baked potatoes that I want, and I can get everything on it. So I'm looking forward to, if I don't open it up myself, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, that's a good idea.
Yeah, a baked potato food truck.
You know,
everything on it.
I don't think I've ever seen a baked potato food truck. They have them?
I haven't seen one, but I've seen a baked potato factory, and if we can just get that and have it here in Lamarck, I can see the line just being long forever.
Boom.
Yes.
What would you put on? Because I know they do like some specialty, like, we'll put barbecue baked
Oh,
potatoes.
they
and
put everything on it. They have oxtail, they have shrimp, they have everything on there. Chicken, everything. I just think that's an awesome idea. We need to have that here.
Yeah, well,
We need it.
I love seeing the direction that Lamarck, Texas is going.
Me too.
New businesses being developed and people like yourself not necessarily leaving the city, but staying here and growing businesses. Because I will say this, growing up, and this may be the route some people take, but like if somebody wants to be a musician, they're like, I got to get out to Houston, then I got to New
Right.
York to LA, or like I'm an actor,
do
I
it
got to
here.
get out of there.
Let's do it
Hey,
here.
sometimes you can do it here when it becomes to being, being an entrepreneur, being a business. You can leave, but why not either come back to your hometown and do
Right.
something big,
We can't
or
forget.
you can stay here and grow it as well.
Right.
So that's really cool for you to be like, hey, you know
We'll do
what?
it right here.
I'm in Lamar, Texas.
Right here.
So we're going to take a quick break on the FM. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Kickstart, we're going to be on till 11. We're talking about small events right here in Lamar, Texas, downtown Lamar, Texas, close to Benito's and Razor Sharp as well. It's KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM.
Sweet.
Boom.
Sorry,
Everything
left
good?
it.
Was that about this?
Yeah, he
All
was
right.
supposed to be here at 9:30 and showed up thinking it was 10:30.
Oh, man.
So I just let him know. It's interesting when people like do that sometimes.
Hey, it happens. Sometimes, things happen. I've done it myself.
I'd rather guests
We've done
show
it all
up
the time.
late than not show up at all.
Wow.
We've had that happen before where we're like, where's the guest? Our calendar says.
So
And then we're like, so the hair on your mustache, Kurt, it's pretty cool, right? And we're like, what? The topics that we have.
Yep. So
Everything good with you too?
everything's awesome. Actually, for some weird reason, I feel like it got better when you walked out. The viewership picked up. The numbers went through the roof. The conversation was like unstoppable.
I know that's a lie, right?
Why?
Because you went to the FM.
I went to the FM because there was so much noise. You're like opening the door, and sometimes Kurt's like, boom, 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 and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the FM. And also,
speaking of noise.
I wanted to know the other, like, what the deal was with this too. So I wanted
okay. Speaking of noise, we had like 8 kids running around.
and they were awesomely amazing.
They were great. It was so much fun, but
I felt like I was in a movie, like a scary movie, because I was like right here, and all of a sudden I saw someone like over my shoulder, and there was a Boy Scout over here and a Boy Scout over there, and I was like, oh, this is like a movie. And then I looked over there, and they're like tapping on the mic.
He was trying to get this mic to work, and he doesn't know that this extra mic we keep shut off
For a reason.
for a reason. He's like, it doesn't work, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was off, and I was gonna turn it on, but yeah. Hey, let us know, what do you guys got going on? We're talking a little bit about Lamar, Texas, and small events. If you have ever been to an event right there in downtown Lamar at small events, or you remember Fair on the Square, or any of like the Juneteenth event last year that was hosted, it's Razor Sharp, right?
Razor Sharp.
I went in there. I had the opportunity to meet the owner there.
Right, Larry.
It's a really cool shop. It's really nice in there.
Professional.
It is.
And they stay open late, and whatever time they said they won't be open, they are open the whole time. They take everybody. Very professional. And it's like home in there. It's like I can hear them through the walls sometimes. They have so much fun in there.
And they stay open late?
Oh, yeah, to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Go get a haircut.
Right. See, Larry Washington, Razor Sharp.
Get you looking right.
Right.
Cool.
One of the places that's in that area that Gardy has mentioned before is Leo's. Did you ever go to Leo's?
Oh, yes. Leo's has been around forever. When I was in middle school with Leo's, we would have to, as soon as school was over, or if we got out early, we'd go hang out at Leo's and we'd eat.
Yeah.
I have ice cream and I have me a hamburger.
Yeah, I'd walk to Leo's like as a kid, like me, and my friends and stuff. You always just walk to Leo's, and
Yes.
it was good.
Yes.
Still good.
Still, nothing changed.
A milkshake, get a bacon cheeseburger.
Right.
Good to
Over
go.
Leo's is great. Also, Snow King is over there, and that's been there for a while.
Snow King's been around for.
I went there last weekend. Was it last weekend? Easter weekend? On Saturday, I went and had another snow cone. Tiger's Blood.
It's like 50 cents for a snow cone or something. like
I
a dollar or
don't know.
something.
Yeah.
It's still like, it really is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's awesome. What other places are there?
What, from Lamarck?
Yeah, that you are like, remember being like, oh, we used to go there.
So a
all
lot of them have closed down, which is kind of sad. Front Door Club was something that meant a whole lot to us. It's transitioning now, or bought out now, but that was something that...
That's just recent that
right,
happened, right?
That's recent, but that's something where we grew up. I mean, I used to perform and dance. I was in a dance group when I was small, and that was the place to be all the time. And seeing the schools transition, but it's a good thing because we do have to change with time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, I love seeing the way the Lamarck is going, and I think the city and that Economic Development Corporation,
nice.
they're trying to encourage these new businesses to come in and let's do some big stuff
And
right
it can
there in
be
Lamarck.
done. It can be done.
So this is Amy. She said, "Hey, that's my homegirl, Lamarck class of '97."
Hey, Amy.
She said, "We used to save our lunch money, go to Leo's after school."
That's right. That's right. That's right, Amy. We did. Right. We skipped lunch, and we know that after school we can go to Leo's and get food. We can just wait a little while longer. Amy's right.
Yeah. Hey, can you share a little bit about what it was like, being a Lamarck Cougar, during that time period? It seems like that was a good time.
Oh, yeah, that was a good time. Of course, we had the best class. Class in 1997 was the best class that in Lamarck history. But it was a good time. I was on the drill team when they just changed the name from Mamzelle to Cougarettes. I was the first one on that
What was
team
it before?
Mamzelles.
What does that mean?
Well, that's what it was before.
Okay.
And then it went to Cougarettes. So
I got you.
I've always, I've been a Cougarette.
I like the Cougarette name.
Right.
The Mamzelles.
It's
I don't
catchy.
even know it. I was like, what is that? I don't even know how to
that's
spell
been
it.
around forever.
Okay.
Yeah. But it changed to Cougarettes. So seeing the Cougarettes come on, I'm on the Cougarettes, and it's like, hey, we were
The first.
Yes, we were the first.
The
one.
original Cougarettes.
Right.
In studio.
Yes.
That's cool.
Seeing something else that changed that meant a lot to me this weekend, I had the opportunity to work with the class of 1967. They were doing a cleanup at Lincoln Auditorium. That was a big thing. Seeing Lincoln a long time ago, I used to go into Lincoln Auditorium to perform, and I used to host shows and stuff in there. And seeing that place change and weeds grow up and to go downhill, seeing that class come in and changing that this weekend and cleaning up the big cleanup, seeing the full community coming in and cleaning up, that was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Did we talk about the lemonade stand? Was that when I was out or not the lemonade stand?
Well, we did talk about the lemonade
We talked
stand
about lemonade.
because her being an entrepreneur, being from Lamarck, and her father being an entrepreneur in downtown Lamarck, and then following in that spirit, how important it is. There is a focus on kids in Lamarck and this lemonade stand idea. I think it's amazing, having
seen
these kids focus on this.
Last year with the lemonade stand, it was pretty cool. You seen the kids on every corner, and it was an impact. You would drive and you'll see kids over here. It's like, what's going on? Why are these kids out here selling lemonade? But it teaches them how to invest with their money. It teaches them how to borrow. If they borrow money from the borrower, knowing that they have to raise money and pay that borrower back. And it teaches them that at a young age. So when you see the kids on the corner out here selling lemonade, stop what you're doing. And if you can support 2 or 3 kids, support 2 or 3 kids, because it's going to be something that's going to impact their future and they'll remember.
Yeah, like $1, $2.
That's it.
Just give them a 20. Like,
Yeah, I had the hookup last year. Somebody put the little worms, sugar worms, in my lemonade last year. I said, I'm going back to you next year. I like this.
There was a golf course in Omaha that I used to play, and there was a street that you had to pass through in order to get to one of the holes. And every Saturday there was a little kid out there like selling like drinks and stuff.
That's amazing.
And I was like, I'm gonna
Smart.
support.
That's amazing.
Like, perfect, because you know how many people go by there on a Saturday
Right, good part.
playing golf, and they're out there and there's not, they can't.
Right.
You can't get a drink out out
Teach
there,
them.
so get a
Right.
soda or get a water.
You
It
can't
was
pass
fantastic.
the kid up. Yeah, I got to support them.
yeah, support the kids,
Right.
support the youth. And you never know, like, who that kid is going to turn into. And, like, you supporting that child now can really impact their future, because we always think about, like, what's the best way we can change, the future.
Right.
Impact them now. And it's little things like that.
And it's through this generation. We have to start now.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give them ideas. I love the whole concept behind
Me
it.
too. Great idea.
So it's 10:33. We got about 2 minutes and about 3 minutes right now, and we'll probably go back on the FM after this is over. If you have any questions, you want to find out more about small events, maybe you've been to an event there, or maybe you just have some ideas for the city of Lamarck, or you have some thoughts on business or Lemonade Day and all that stuff. Hey, let us know. Let us know. Or maybe you remember something about Lamarck that we haven't touched on yet,
Right.
that we can talk about.
That's right.
So, me growing up, man, Leo's and Lamarck, that was a big part, of my childhood.
I miss the Dairy Queen.
Terrence says everyone in town had a beep beeper.
And that's your dad's business, huh?
That is my dad's business. Yes, everybody had a beep beeper. Right. Beep beepers was pretty cool. I would have to go in there, and I finally my dad caught on because I was switching beepers too much. He came out with too many beepers, and I just wanted to have the best beeper that came out. I said, "You're my dad," and you know what my dad did? My dad made me. I think after the third beeper, he started making me earn my next beeper.
Yeah. And that was part of
he
that.
started teaching me.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, you probably had everything.
Everything.
You probably had like 3.
Everything.
All 3 of them right there.
Yeah, he came out with he had the Dooney and Burke one too, with the little Dooney and Burke sign. And, I went to school with all of those. Right.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome. Let's see. So, yeah, we got about a minute and a half left. Everyone had the beep, beep, beeper. I like that name.
Right.
What was the name of your boutique before?
D&T Taylor Gang.
And then with small events, it kind of like it's in the name.
Right.
Lets you know. And you can also be like creative with it. So if you have an event.
We do indoor and outdoor.
Indoor, outdoor. You also had some plans, I think, for the back patio as well, right?
We're going to expand. Of course, with the city is Lamarck is going to be busy over there. And people are just looking for a place to socialize. You know, we're getting a little older now. People don't like to be around a lot of kids and stuff, but they want somewhere to come hang out. So we're going to extend in the back, and where people be able to rent out in the back for a patio. And you can bring a band out and all that good stuff. So
that's awesome.
It'll be out there. And poets is what I'm really, really excited about doing.
Oh, really? You said poets?
Bringing poets
like poetry?
Poetry, having a poetry night.
Do you do poetry?
So, no, I don't do that. I don't specialize. It's not my gift.
I do poetry slams.
You did do one, didn't you?
I did do one. I've done 2 in my life.
Okay.
One was in Lamarck.
Maybe you can
Did
do
it go?
that.
Oh, you shared that. Where was it at? It was at.
We're on Facebook, right?
Yes.
There was a place.
Was it Front Door Club?
Yes.
Yeah, you were at the Front Door Club, and there was a poetry slam. You've shared this story with me before.
Yeah.
Go quickly.
I did a poem up there. I got up there and did a slam.
Well, you should come on out because on our Juneteenth festival, we'll be looking forward.
Was it well received?
Poetry.
Yes, it was great.
What was it? Did you make? It was an original.
Did you write it?
Yes, I did. It was the same poem that got videoed and posted on the YouTube. I was sitting there and I was like, I can do poetry.
About your dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, I just was like, I'm going to get up there. Like, they had this, like, whole night planned out, and everyone was doing it. And it was the coolest experience that I've ever had. And I was like, I'm going to get up there. And I did it. And, like, everyone got up there. I got some nickname. I don't even remember what it was.
Snaps.
I don't even remember. Yeah. No, it was like everyone on their feet, like, was standing
Right.
up. They're like, do it again.
Right,
Go,
right.
Curt.
I will say this. Sometimes what happens in Kurt's head isn't what happens in reality world, like for the rest of us. So I wish I could have been there so I could have seen what really happened.
It was great.
Everybody's probably like,
So would you do it again?
I would do it again, for sure. I worked at the charter school here next door back when it was a charter, and I was the speech and debate coach.
Right.
And so her name was Tasha. She was one of the teachers. Can't remember. Miss Grimes, I think was her last name.
Yeah, that's fine.
And she said, like, hey, you should come with us and just check it out and see what it's like. And so a bunch of us teachers, we went, and it was a lot of fun.
there you go.
That's the thing now.
Yeah.
I love spoken word.
So y'all are going to be able to do something like that on the Juneteenth celebration.
Right. It's going to be some good ones out there. Mm-hmm.
So here's another. This is from Amy as well. She said, "Don't forget about Lucky's by the high school, the best fried rice."
Oh.
Lucky's.
So Lucky's is still there. And
Yeah.
Amy, you're right. Lucky's is still there, right on the corner. It's a store right on the corner by Lamarck High School. I love that pepper steak. But it's still there. They don't cook anymore. But I have not had any. The best Chinese food is at that place there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we still support Lucky's.
Man, I remember
Family owned.
we'd call in, place an order.
Yeah.
Just come in, pick it up, good to go, and get that
Right.
container.
I didn't even cook. And then I started cooking after they closed the kitchen. And that's the truth.
Yeah. There's some other places that we like in Lamarck, like Mama Francis Soul Kitchen.
One of the
daughter-
top 40 restaurants in the entire state by Yelp.
Yeah, there was one in our area here in Galveston
Yes.
County. There was one in Santa Fe, and then there was one in Lamarck. Other than that, those are the only ones. It was Mama Francis right
Mama
there.
Francis is good. And if you have not had her cornbread, you need to go get it.
Oh, we've had it for
She
sure.
has the best cornbread. And my daughter, she would leave high school when she finished there. She'd go straight over. So we did Lucky's, and she would go over to Mama Soul Food.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
So we got 10 seconds, and we are going to go back on the FM and remind everybody some of these awesome places in Lamarck and how they can get a hold of you. So here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's 10:39 a.m. on a Monday morning. We're excited you took the chance to listen to KHEA Radio this morning. And feel free to share this video out. We're streaming live on Facebook right now.
Yeah, and make sure that you go through and like the page, KHEA Radio. We have a lot that happens. We do a lot of giveaways. Right now, we are giving away a cruise through Royal Caribbean and Karen and the team at Cruise Planners, Your Vacation Edge. It's our featured post on our Facebook page. All you have to do to be eligible to win that cruise is like, share, and comment. We'll be announcing the winner on May 31st. We're going to be live on location at Bayshore Grill. So we're going to have all of the details here in the next week, making sure that that's happening.
Tracy, have you ever been on a cruise?
Oh, yes. I'm getting ready to be a platinum member for cruise.
Oh, yeah. Where have you gone?
I've been to Belize, Honduras, Jamaica, Cozumel, Progresso, everywhere.
You know, we need
Tracy.
I love
You need to take us with you on these cruises.
Do you ever get free cruises?
I haven't won
As a platinum member, I feel like you should just be able to
but
free.
that is my retirement. I'm not going to a nursing home. I'm going to live on the ship. My kids already know.
Hey, send me on the cruise ship.
Yes.
I like that. What is it about the cruises?
Everything is, it's all paid for.
Yeah.
You go on there. You wake up on vacation. You go to sleep. You wake up. The party's still going on. They slide your itinerary underneath the door. Once they slide it, you wake up. Okay, I'm going to play bingo.
Yeah.
I'm going to the casino. I'm going to get a massage. And it's just great music, great food, great people.
You know, in the post that I'm going to post, when I post the video of, I'm going to just call you the cruise queen.
I was about to drop that. Somebody just got...
Look, they know.
They
know.
You're the cruise queen.
They know.
So me and Curt, we've never been on a cruise before. I've been having the itch ever since we secured this cruise to give away through Facebook.
Gotta go.
And
Yeah, they said, you guys should go. We'll give it to you two. Yeah. And we were like, first of all, I don't want to spend a cruise with Gardy. Like, I don't want to share a room with Gardy. Like, this,
You might not even see Gardy because when you get on the cruise, everybody becomes family. So
yeah,
that's
Curt.
true. That's true. But we're
No
like,
reason to be mean to me.
We'll give it away to somebody else. But then we went on the boat to film this video, and we were like, no, we need to go. So if you're listening on 99.5 FM, go and check out that video because you'll understand what we're talking about when you watch all the fun that we were having just filming a video. Not even on the cruise yet, just out there filming on the boat.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We got to eat the buffet.
you had the buffet?
Oh, yeah. They let us on the boat to film, and then we got to eat the buffet
Oh.
and all the dessert. There was like 4 dessert stations.
Yes.
And Curt was boxing out like... Never played. Well, he's played a little bit of basketball. I played pickup with him before, but he was boxing out like Dennis Rodman over by the ice cream machine to make sure that nobody was
Nobody
be
else
able
is
to
going
get
to that ice cream except for me.
Right.
Yeah, but we're excited to be able to partner with a couple, cruise planners and Royal Caribbean
amazing,
to
yeah.
do that away. It's through Facebook too, so it's a like, share,
easy.
comment on a video, and you can have the opportunity to be cruising later this year. We're gonna pick a winner May 31st. Right now, we're focusing on a venue that is in Lamarck, Texas, downtown Lamarck. It's called Small Events. If somebody's just tuning in, can you share the location of Small Events and then what you offer?
Small Events is at 1215 First Street, Lamarck. It's right behind Lamarck Police Station. We are an affordable venue for 50 people or less. We have a half kitchen, chairs and tables included when you rent it. It's a perfect spot to have a small event. Don't do event at home. Bring it in with us at Small Events.
And you can host about 50 people or
50 people.
less or so, and then
50
you
or
can
less.
have a good time, whether that is like an anniversary.
Bring your DJ, bring your caterer.
One of the coolest things that y'all just did is a movie premiere.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Kenny Summers is someone from Lamarck. Great guy. This guy had really been investing, and to see him bring it to life. He, sometimes you don't know what people come in and rent for. They say, hey, I'm coming in and do this.
Yeah.
But you don't actually see their work. So he's rented from me for about 3 times. And he gave me a call and he said, hey, I want to do a movie premiere. Well, there's another guy named Don Petaway. I've seen him do a movie premiere. He did amazing. I mean, he had posters made. He was selling tickets online. He put in a lot of footwork on it. So those 2 guys partnered together. This movie premiere, I happened to walk in the door, and he said, hey, come see it. I said, let me go see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, they were dressed up. The chairs were sitting. We have this big screen that's in there, and he had the movie and stuff playing, and people were in there watching this movie that this guy put together.
What about the floor? Did they do anything with the floor?
Yes, the red carpet.
Ooh, they rolled out the red carpet.
I couldn't believe it. I walked in. I said, when did my building get red carpet? It had real red carpet in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really nice.
Are these gentlemen from Lamarck?
Yes, both of them are from Lamar.
See, that's what I love. You know, because they could have done that anywhere. Like, hey, we're going to go to Houston.
Right,
We're going to go
right,
somewhere. But to be from Lamarck and then to offer that in Lamarck, that's huge.
And to see it, to take advantage of it. I mean, we have big blow-ups. We have flat screens. We have projectors. We have everything for rental. But to come in and see, okay, he's utilized everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a success.
You know, and then that could be an inspiration, again, to that next generation. You know, if there's somebody who's even just walking by and like, wow, or they are there and they're able to see the movie, man, I can do that. You know, why not pursue a career in filmmaking and making movies or video and all kinds of stuff? It's really cool.
Professional. It was really nice.
I love it. Curt makes videos as well.
I do make videos, and that video is going to drop this afternoon, and it's going to look awesome.
It's called Shine on Lamarck. It's a thing that we do with the city. We partnered with the city of Lamarck, where we go and showcase local businesses in Lamarck that are doing some really cool things, small events. That video is going to drop this afternoon. We're just waiting on one more check of approval, to make sure it's good to go, and then we're going to be dropping that, letting everybody know what you have going on.
That's amazing, and thank you.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about, I see here you sent, before you came in, you sent the first annual Juneteenth celebration is taking place this Saturday, June 22nd. Can you tell me a little bit about it and what it is?
This celebration, you'll start seeing flyers that come out that shows the first annual Juneteenth of Lamarck. This one right here will have food, drinks, live DJ, spoken word. We'll have a concert, Zydeco music. It's a lot going on. We have vendor booth. Oh, and we have the best of the best food vendors that I'm excited about.
That's what I was going to ask. What kind of food's going to be there?
I can't wait. So Big Phil, his barbecue, he's won all kind of cookouts. He's going to be there. That's one of them that I can't wait. He got the best turkey legs. So I'm going to be over there messing with him with those turkey legs. So if I disappear, I'm going to be over there with Phil. So that's going to be there. I'm excited about that. And Zeke's Cajun Kitchen crawfish. They are award-winning food trucks, both of them. And having them come down here, and we'll have more out there. But those two, I'm really excited about coming out there because there it could be anywhere else. You know, they have a full schedule, but they decided to come and be with us on this special day.
That's awesome.
And to be able to give that to the community and to be able to actually, because people see that out there, oh man, I wish I can have it. Oh, these people will be here, be able to come out there and try for themselves.
I was wondering with the Zydeco music, I was like, there has to be crawfish, right? They just kind of go hand in hand at times.
Yes.
It's a good feel.
Yes.
You know, whenever you try and get crawfish somewhere, is it mainly like at Crawfish Boils, or is there a restaurant that you go to where you can get some crawfish that you vouch for?
It's so, it's crazy. I'm allergic to seafood.
Oh man.
And crawfish. And I feel like that I am the party pooper when I come into stuff. They're like, hey, come on, let's get some crawfish. And I'm like, well, let me get a hamburger. And they're like, a hamburger? We all eating crawfish? I can't eat, but yeah. This place right here, yeah, they have the best ones. And they've been winning awards. And everybody else eating around, and I'm like, okay.
But you get the turkey legs and some of the barbecue, though, so you're good to go.
I do. And I've tried the Zeke's, the hamburgers and stuff are the best. They came and catered for me before.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, Curt, whenever you did step out, I think one of the things we talked about is, hey, what do you think Lamarck needs? If you're listening on Facebook or 99.5 FM, feel free to text us 346-704-1806 or in the comments on our Facebook stream, what do you think Lamarck needs? And we had mentioned like a baked potato food truck where you can customize baked potatoes.
Yes.
I don't like baked potatoes ever.
Well, Curt, then what do you think Lamarck needs?
What do we need?
A mashed potato.
Mashed potato?
Food truck.
That could be an option.
That's the same thing, just on the truck.
I hate the skin of potatoes.
We'll just mash it.
And I hate lumpy mashed potatoes. I like the instant mashed potatoes where it's nice and creamy.
Hey, you know what?
Ooh, sign me up all day.
And then they can offer that too. If you don't like baked potato, then we have mashed potatoes too. But put it all in the same trailer.
Yeah. The truck, it would offer
competing trailers. One's got the baked potatoes, the other
One
got the mashed
potatoes. That's funny.
I feel like the baked potato trailer would do better.
Right. We'll have crawfish and everything else on it.
on the potato.
Right. I've seen that too. Mm-hmm.
That will work. It's 10:49. We're going to take a quick break. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
You got to try it.
I'm sorry. That was funny. I was like, I hate baked potatoes. I do. I hate baked potatoes. I don't understand what the joy is of baked potatoes.
It's good when you mix it with everything.
It's the butter, it's the sour cream, and the bacon and everything else that goes on it for me.
It's one more thing too that we're doing different. We're running a prom special now.
Okay.
Oh, what's the prom special?
I'm excited. This is our first year doing it, where small events will be picking up prom students this year, prom dates, and we're doing like one trip. And next year we're going to expand, but we're doing Lamarck prom and we're doing Dickinson prom. Yeah, so we're picking up students and we're escorting them, taking them, dropping them off at the prom.
That's cool. You know what y'all could add, and y'all probably maybe already doing this, but y'all have like the wall where you can take photos. You know, just like a backdrop there. It's like, hey, if you meet here, we're picking you up. Take some photos real quick with your cell phones. Pop, 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 and
so
then you
one
hop
of
in and
them
go.
scheduled to do it on the red carpet.
Ooh.
So we'll be meeting with one couple. They'll be at small events, and the red carpet is there, and they want to take pictures and walk the runway. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll be dropping them off to prom at the San Luis.
Christina said Lamarck needs a skating rink.
Oh,
That's
the
some good
skating-
fun.
Now we had a skating ring. That was the best, and thanks Christina for that, because that was something that meant a whole lot to us. When the skating ring went away, we were like, okay, we lost the skating ring, we lost Astroworld, but the skating ring that was here in the community. We need a skating ring.
Yeah.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah, those are things that, like you
Like
mentioned.
ice skating or roller
Oh
skating?
no, this was the regular roller skating. So we would come in, they would have food, and then about 10 o'clock they'd kick all the young kids out, and then it was a dance off. They had music, and we were all in there dancing.
adult skate?
This was like a
We were teenagers, but it's like it was
Okay,
kind
the
of like
kids.
teenagers.
I
It's almost
gotcha.
like a teenage club. Good music, yeah, everything. It
They
was
have
on.
that one in Webster and in Alvin.
So they have that one, by Bay Area Boulevard, by Taco Cabana. That one, but we had it in Lamarck, and it was we had it. It was kind of the Texas City side, but everybody in Lamarck went, and we need a skating rink.
It's good fun, you know, for kids. And a lot of times it's like, hey, well, why are kids getting in trouble? Up to no good, or you know what I
have
mean?
nothing to do.
Yeah,
Right.
you get more stuff for kids to do stuff. You know, like these programs, like the Lemonade Day, giving them something positive to do. You know, whether that's skating rinks, you know, fair on the square, stuff that you know we had. That sometimes just the opportunity's not there.
And so we're looking for this summer to sponsor a few summer camps. Small events will be sponsoring for the kids this summer. We're excited about that, and we just partner with a lady. Last weekend, she did a movie night for kids. Mother's Day out this weekend.
That's cool.
That went pretty well, so we'll be bringing another one back.
Do you have a motto for your business? Because I feel like it would be like small events, big hearts.
I would just turn your small events into a big event.
Yeah,
you'll
that's
see that
it.
on there.
But you got to do something about the heart. You give back so much.
I have to give back. Lamar gave me so much growing up. Have to give back.
What do you see as the future for small events?
Well, we'll be expanding. We're going to open a bigger one after we get done with the patio and all of that going on. And after all the events are big, we're going to still stay in that one spot, but we will be expanding, opening another small event.
You know, if you get I'm trying to think. Like, let's say you have a facility and it holds like 1,000 people. Are you going to call it big events?
No.
It's still called
Because
small
you'll
event.
know. Yeah, this location and this location. We're going to stick to the
Same.
name.
Yeah.
Right. Everything is under small events. You know, and some of the things I can't mention, because if I mention it on here, the next thing you know, I'll see my
Your
legend
ideas
popping up
popping up.
around.
Oh,
Yeah,
that happens sometimes.
Right.
You know, that's the other thing is there really isn't a big event center in Lamarck. Besides like Abundant Life Christian Center, there really isn't a facility that offers, like, you know, in Texas City, they have a bunch of those.
Nestle centers and all those.
The
Right, the
halls and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have that in Lamarck.
Right. So we'll be expanding.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I think we have some stuff in the works that we'll be seeing come to pass. So that's exciting. Yeah, because there's events that we can't do here. You know, there's some events that we can't do at Abundant Life.
Right.
And so if there's other places, they can hold them.
Right.
Quinceañeras.
Kurt, we'll do your quinceañera here.
I was in a quinceañera.
So we do have one more hall that's in Lamarck because it's considered on the Lamarck side. So it's just two of us. It's my small one, and then Yarez is hers. She holds a little bit more. So it's two of us.
Cool.
But then she's not in downtown Lamarck.
No, she's not downtown.
Yes, yeah.
Because downtown Lamarck is everything. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. We got a minute and a half, and it's 10:54. So we have about 5 minutes left or so. We're going to be talking some more about small events. Again, let us know. I like that idea for the skating rink. You know, Christina, if you have any other ideas or anybody else watching on Facebook, Jeanette said Bonus Burger.
Oh, Jeanette just brought us back to home.
Where was Bonus Burger? I don't know that one.
Bonus Burger was real good. Bonus Burger was, it was closer to where Chevron is. And had like
Yeah.
this. Yeah, we would go out and eat there. I mean, it was just Leo's, bonus burgers. Those places right there. I mean,
Man, what was that? Was it called Jack's Soul Food or?
oh,
It was
so
on the north side of 1765.
right. That was pretty good. Oh, I missed them. We would go in
I
there
get the
for
pork chop.
lunchtime. You get the pork chop.
And
from there?
yeah, as a kid, I remember that.
Right.
I'd get the pork chops.
Right. So we go over there, and they have pretty good cornbread too. So
Yeah.
but I remember that was good. Oh, and their macaroni and cheese was really good.
Yeah.
Today is
And
one
I
of
missed Mr. Nice too. His was good too. He had good barbecue.
Yeah, and that was on the south side, like right across the street, right there. That
Right.
was my friend Marseille. I believe that was like her uncle. Or
Right.
somebody had Mr. Nice.
Mr. Nice food. Was really
Today
good.
was one of those days that I wish I grew up in Lamarck.
Yeah.
It would be easy to have this conversation.
Kurt,
with
well, you
y'all.
goofed up being from Nebraska, and we don't hold that against you because you're here now.
Yeah.
Nebraska. It's
And
not
we had
for
good old
everybody.
days in Lamarck. And we're bringing them back.
Here we go. We got 5
Yeah.
seconds, and we're listening to some Todd Smith. Here we go. That was Todd Smith. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. Right now it's 10:55. We're going to be on till 11 a.m., so we have about 5 minutes left. My name's Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
And we have Tracy in studio with small events, talking about everything that's taking place at her facility in downtown Lamarck. Tracy, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You know, you seem like a natural at this. Have you been on the radio before, maybe whenever I was absent?
I was going to say, like, editing this video for Shine on Lamarck was probably one of the easiest ones I've ever had to do because it was like 4 sound bites, and I'm like, done. Just lay it down, and I was like, good. I didn't have to do any, like, weird cuts or, like, take out any ums. It was just like, this is easy.
How'd you get so good at this?
I've been doing I've been growing up on the microphone all my life. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I like it. You know,
Right.
I guess you were mentioning even like the poetry, but you don't participate in poetry, but you've been able to like host events and do other stuff.
Done a lot of events.
And it helps you, get used to doing things like this, which is really, I don't know. Have you had fun so far?
I've had a good time. A really good time here.
Cool. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in. If you're watching on Facebook and, we appreciate you being here, can you share one more time whenever somebody sees that Shine on Lamarck video that we're dropping this afternoon, what are they going to see in that video? What kind of events do y'all do?
So I haven't got a chance to talk to anybody about it because it was going to be a surprise, but here it is, surprise. I love Shine on Lamarck. Everybody that's tuned in right now, take a look. That it will air out this evening. They came in and did an interview in my building of what's going on in there. And Shine on Lamarck is a commercial shot inside small events. So we've been talking about small events. You'll be able to see what's going on in small events. Y'all stay tuned. Sign on. Make sure that you like the radio station, KHEA 99.5, and you'll be able to see Shine on Lamarck.
Keep going. I like that. Yeah.
Am I replaced?
I
No.
think so. Kurt, okay, so you're fired.
Wow.
You're hired. And,
Just like that. Just like that.
that was easy. This may be the best day ever. So, yeah. No, it's been fun, and thank you for taking the time to hang out with us.
Yeah, it was nice having the interview, and I'm excited you guys got a chance to go into my business.
Yeah.
Right, and to see what we do for our community.
How can people connect with you?
It's easy. When you pass by 1215 First Street, Lamarck, you will see 409-655-9261. That is my direct number. It doesn't matter. Just call me before 10 o'clock at night. If you got a question, a text message, anything with the community event, prices, anything that goes on with small events, give me a call on that. You can reach out to DT Small Events on Facebook and go on there and hit photos. You'll be able to scroll down and be able to see everything that's going on.
Well, we're excited that KHEA is in Lamarck. I don't know if there's ever been a radio station in Lamarck before, but we're proud.
This is big. This is a big deal.
Yeah, we're proud to be here and broadcasting.
You could have been anywhere else, but you guys are here.
Boom.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Galveston County, 409. We had Nate Laws on our show, and he's a Cougar as well. He's Mr. 409. That's what
409.
That's what he goes by because he's like, man, no, I want to represent. Whenever somebody hears Lamarck, I want them to know exactly where it is.
Right.
And so that's why we like the name Shine on Lamarck.
Perfect.
We're trying to put it out there. Hey,
Perfect.
Lamarck is here and doing some big things and
We'll
some
be
really
doing
cool
a lot
things
of
as well.
sharing. It's amazing. You get a chance to, because, we're so busy, tied up in schedules, where we don't get a chance to see what's going on in this business. But when you look at Shine on Lamarck and go to each one, you get a chance to meet the owner. You get the feel of the environment, on what's going on in there, and it's pretty exciting.
Boom. Kurt, how you feeling right now? What we got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we're going to have Dr. Aaron Chapa in at 8:30 talking about health and wellness. If you got a any questions there. Plus, we're going to be talking about the Page Project 2019. Tiffany Reagan is going to be in studio giving us information about what that is. And we got a packed week, so stay tuned for everything that's going to be happening on our show this week.
Yeah, we got the KHEA radio app that is dropping soon. Me and Kurt are actually going to go work on that right now. So, hey, it's 11 o'clock. This has been Kickstart. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Coming up next, some Toby Mac. Song's called Beyond Me, so stay tuned to KHEA. We're playing, music all day long. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Send us an email. All right, Facebook.
Bye.
Y'all have a good day. Be blessed.